So we will discuss here the Indian geography section. I am Sikandar Khan, and discussion will be only on Indian geography section, but it is important area. Actually, geography is highly scientific subject, but very simple science, highly logical, and you know very well that just like economics, polity, history, the important pillars of the GS. Similarly, geography is also one of the important pillar. Whenever you prepare, you have to know which topics are the most important topics. So I will suggest also that in some topics, because of the base, you have to give more time, helping in other topics. Geography is helping in environmental issues. Geography is helping in also the economic section, in agriculture especially. Geography is also helping hand in many current affairs like international relations as well. So it is very basic topic, and you know that once you say geography, then this term is describing the earth, description of earth. And once you describe the earth, then you see mainly the natural features. And man-made structures are lesser than the dominance of the nature. For example, oceans are 71% surface area of the earth. So ultimately, once you describe, whatever is visible to us is a part of that. But you know, main part is the natural part. Ocean, mountain, natural features, physical features, like water bodies, oceans, lakes, rivers, and anything that is available to us, we have to utilize that, we have to consider as a resource as well. Nothing is for granted, everything has the usage. That is the theme of the geography also. So ocean, lakes, rivers, even we have the various rocks, high rock feature like mountain, plateau structure, plain structure. So many other feature also we have like mountain, like plateau, like plain. The surface of the land, many you can say the structures we observe, plain area, plateau area, mountain area, hilly area, valley area. Even atmospheric aspects we have to consider, very much part of the earth. The wind movement, atmospheric aspects. And once you talk about the human structures, then which structures we consider in human structures? For example, agricultural land. So agriculture or industries, or even cities idea. Even mining we do, we modify the rock structure, we extract the mineral, so mining activities or mineral resources, these all are part of the earth as well, but it is basically linked by human aspects. This we call human geography, or due to economic sense, economic geography as well. Human and economic geography. Population also we can discuss indirectly because census yet to take place. So I will discuss indirectly population part. But this part we will call by which name? Physical geography. Physical feature, physical geography. So purpose is Indian physical geography and Indian human and economic geography. So we will try to cover topic by topic. For example, we will be discussing the Indian Ocean, Indian rivers, Indian rock system like mountain, plateau, Indian atmospheric system like monsoon, wind, even the vegetation, forest, natural vegetation, or the soil, etc., naturally formed. Later on, the agriculture and mineral resources industries, this idea also will be getting here. Even transport, road transport, railway transport, like that. So these are the peripheries of your syllabus. And you note very well that these features, suppose agriculture we are discussing, industries we are discussing, mining, etc., these are interrelated or no connection with physical geography? A deep connection with physical geography. So it is very important to note down, physical geography and human geography are interrelated. In entire geography we will do this job. Whenever we discuss agriculture, industries, mining, transport, we will be taking help of physical geography. So we have to know deep connection in these two parts, interrelated these are. So these are not tight compartment, rather overlapping is there. It is purposefully actually discussed in geography that whenever we discuss human activities, then we have to bring nature into that. So in entire geography, the purpose would be what? Whenever we discuss, we have to bring nature, either oceanic aspects, atmospheric aspects, physiographic aspects, all together. So that is very important. For example, if we start with the Indian geography, for example, physical geography of the India or human economic geography, suppose we say that Indian agriculture, suppose we pick. One example I am giving to you, how to use physical geography of the India for human activities of the Indian aspects, agriculture, etc. You note very well that in geography normally we discuss through the diagram, through the map. So map is very important part of the geography. Diagrammatic way, flow chart. One habit through the geography, a diagrammatic way. In diagram or map, visibility is more. And in case we say that eastern side the India A and B side the western side, Gujarat, Rajasthan, western side. But in this part of the A, if I say two crops are dominating in India, one crop is rice and one crop is the wheat. Then which part rice, which part wheat? The A part the rice and B part the wheat. Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Western Madhya Pradesh, this entire zone Haryana, good for the wheat. Naturally, on which ground we say that one area good for the rice, one area good for wheat? What is the natural aspects of that? Yes, rainfall. That A side, eastern part of the India has more water, more rain, or what? And rice demand more water. So more rice in that area. Bengal famous for rice. Correct? On the contrary, if you talk about wheat, then wheat requires slightly less water. Then naturally, Western India is good for the wheat. So this natural aspects we have to bring into picture. That would be easy for us. For example, more dryness is there, then which other crop we can also cultivate in that area, and we can grow the millets. So these are the natural way, the potential of the India. However, if any farmer trying to grow the rice in Punjab area, Haryana area, even Rajasthan area, they can do also. But how they can do it? By taking the groundwater, by taking the river water. So this area naturally not fit for rice much. But if we grow rice again and again, it will be sustainable, unsustainable. It will be unsustainable. So we have to know that anything beyond the nature or violating the natural laws, though we can do it, but how long we can do it? It will not be sustainable. 30, 40, 50 years. Later on the repercussions, problems will come up. पानी कम हो जाएगा, ग्राउंड वाटर टेबल डिक्लाइनिंग इन पंजाब, हरियाणा, राजस्थान, a severe water crisis going on. And we haven't to deny it, we haven't to rule out, we have to learn from the nature. If nature has provided more water in eastern India, then water intensive crop we have to cultivate in this part. So rice if we are growing, though we can grow in Rajasthan also, but it will be a severe burden on the water resources. So that is also one way of dealing with that. Similarly, in case we deal with mining or mineral resources of the India, and we know that in northern side we have the mountain Himalaya, Great Himalaya, Lesser Himalaya, Shivalik, famous mountain chain. And you know, these mountains have high structure, slopy structure like that. Even we are aware of in these rocks, suppose these are the rocks of this mountain, we know some useful minerals are there, copper is there, even many more minerals could be possible. Suppose I say minerals are available in this area. But what could be the problem if we basically try to extract the useful mineral in that area? Then we drill it, then it may lead to even landslide, it may lead to even deforestation and steep slope. It is good here to go for more mining in that area, to go more deeper also. It will make in economic sense. 10 km deeper we can go inside getting the mineral out of that. It will be too costly. On the contrary, if we know that some rocks are available over here, like Jharkhand area, Odisha area, in which the surface is like that, the kind of South India you go, this kind of surface, or Central India you go, and in these kind of part here, the minerals are nearby surface, far below than the surface, closer to surface. So what is economic rationale here? That we can basically make the things more rational, more economic, and our decision should be highly logical, and as nature is very logical, we have to learn from the nature. So this area is suitable for mining, hard rock structures, old rock structure, Chota Nagpur, or you can say Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, and also the kind of Karnataka, and many more states are there, KGF, Kolar, Goldfield in Karnataka. Similarly, many important area, even in Rajasthan area, this side we have some Aravalli kind of hills, tough area. So mining के लिए which area is good? For mineral resources, which area is good? The Himalayan India or Plateau India? Mineral rich Plateau India or Central India, South India. So despite knowing this fact, minerals could be there in the Himalaya, even it is causing trigger to landslides or many more challenges. It is not advised here, it is not sustainable if we do blast mining, we try to break the rock here, then many problem can come up in Himalayan zone. So the discussion would be like that, we will try our best how nature affecting our decision and how you can say we are affecting the nature also. Suppose rivers are flowing, which way rivers could be affected by the human activities, river pollution or diverting the water on the name of canal, etc. So both things we have to take care of. So in geography, if someone says human economic geography is separate, physical geography is separate, it is not correct. We bring in physical geography the human action, and in human action we bring the physical geography or natural features. Then any answer you write down, you have to also consider, are we able to use the physical geography in human economic geography and vice versa or not? For example, if I say presently the climatic condition changing, then which human activity is affecting the climate, you can say the kind of fossil fuel burning, greenhouse gases. So human action disturbing the nature as well, either ocean, river pollution, land degradation of various kind, deforestation, etc. by the human activities. So we are affecting the rocks, we are affecting the lakes also. So we have to learn both the things. So in your opinion, if we start right now, which geography of the India we have to start first? Physical geography of the India. That is natural science, highly logical. physical geography of India. And this geography, if we discuss the source wise, then which source would be there other than class notes? NCRTs also you can club, especially 9th class NCRT of India and also 11th class NCRTs. But I do suggest 9th class NCRT is very simple NCRT. So that would be like you can say a kind of crux juice. So we will elaborate 9th and 11th NCRT also, and you can also read this NCRT. If you get the interest later on after completion of your syllabus of physical geography of the India, you can also just take a glance of 11th class. But I do suggest 9th class NCRT. It will be taking after the class. Suppose today we discuss one part of physical geography, same very part from 9th class NCRT, hardly taking 10 minutes. So 10-20 minutes you can cover whatever we do between the lines, what is the meaning here. And if you need further elaboration, then which part also you can cover with, then next IS booklet also available. But that is very detailed part. So this booklet is reference point of view, or line by line you have to go through. Reference point of view. Whenever you feel, okay, we need to go even further beyond that, then you have to read the next size booklet. Okay, in some portion we need support here. Even I will be providing the PDF of every chapter here. And later on we will begin with which part here, human and economic geography, in which NCRT books are there beside the class notes, 10th and 12th. And one more thing you can also consider in the Indian geography, the map work. For map, atlas, or even wall map also you can keep. Which two wall map good one? Political map of the India. And even India is part of the entire globe का एक part है हमारा, तो we can also take the political world map also. These two map, very useful map. Political map of India and the world. See again and again these two maps, political maps of India and world. Physical map I will discuss in detail, but these two map yourself also trying to capture. अच्छा भी लगता है कि अपने रूम के अंदर लगा हुआ है मैप, लगता है तैयारी चल रही है, हाँ हाँ, और अच्छा दिखाने तैयारी हो रही तो ग्लोब रख लीजिए सामने बिल्कुल, हाँ. और उसके बाद जो है घर में आप वीडियो पर बात करिए तो अच्छा लगेगा, उनको तैयारी बहुत अच्छी चल रही है, हाँ. ज्योग्राफी का एक रेलेवेंस ये भी है कि शो ऑफ करता है, ज्योग्राफी दिखाता है कि तैयारी हो रही है, हाँ. तो ये विजिबल होता है ज्योग्राफी पिक्टोग्राफिक वे. सो मैप वर्क इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट हियर. So see same map again and again. Indian political map, world political map. One area you can take up every day. Okay, today the northern portion of the India, or western portion of the India, or eastern portion of the India. Which states, which cities are there? That must be our habit also. It will be so good later on that within few seconds you can even discuss north to south, east to west. Same with the world map also. Daily few points you can consider. So one by one, if I now start with, then first physical geography of India. Physical geography of India. And first topic will be, or module 1, the basics of the Indian geography that we call location of the India, or locational aspects of India. The map work, Indian map, especially today the political map, and further the physical map in module 1 that we call physiographic aspects of the India. physiographic aspects. What is the basic difference, physiographic aspects and the Indian locational aspects? The first part will be the broader, you can say the Indian part. But within the India, which mountains, which plateau, which plain, physiographic aspect, natural aspects of India. So these are the two subtopics of the module 1. Today we will be taking up locational aspects of the India, tomorrow onwards physiographic aspects of India. And module 1 is the summary of the Indian geography. Whatever we are going to discuss later on, the module 1 will help a lot. So first topic, locational aspects or location of India or locational aspects. Whenever we deal with the locational part of any country, any region, any state, any part, then you know very well that which two scientific concept we keep in our mind in locational aspects: latitude and longitude. So latitudinal aspects of the India and also longitudinal aspects. Can you tell me latitude is dealing with which part? North-south direction, east-west direction? North-south. If you want to say कि Ladakh, Jammu Kashmir, Himachal, Uttarakhand, it means northward latitude of the India. But Kashmir to Kanyakumari we come, then we are going to southward Tamil Nadu, then south latitude of the India, north and south direction. We judge by latitude. And whenever we draw the map, this point or this idea should always be there: how much north, how much south, how much east, how much west. A directional approach in geography is always there, north and south. Longitude is of course east and west. Suppose Gujarat to Arunachal or Arunachal to Gujarat, then that is longitudinal aspects. North, south, east, west. We cover by that. On the basis of latitudinal aspects or latitude, suppose I say on the basis of latitude, if I say India is part of which hemisphere? India is part of northern hemisphere. Closer to the equator, closer to pole our country. Proximity to the equator. Proximity to equator. But whenever we write down the lines, then in geography, as I said, map and diagram are very important. So it is good that whatever we try to put, if we can make the diagram, the same thing we can describe by diagram also. So it is good habit that a small diagram we can draw, so that revision could be easier, pictographic way. So role of diagram is very important here. So for example, if I say where India is located, then the same point which I have written here, suppose I write down here that first point is on the basis of latitude, we want to describe the Indian location on the basis of latitude, the Indian location. Then one diagram if we draw of the globe here, then you know very well that which famous you can say hemisphere, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, and India is here. Visibility increased considerably through the diagram. If we say simply India part of the northern hemisphere, that visibility will not be there. But if we show by the diagram, it will be too visible. And when we compare the things, okay, which countries could be closer here? So our brain processing very fast in different way then, through the pictographic way. India is part of the northern hemisphere. India is part of, and we can make crisp concise note, a part of the northern hemisphere. It is enough. And proximity to the which line? Proximity to equator. This line is which line? Equator. What is the relevance of equator? Dividing globe into equal half. Equal division equator. Okay. This term the equator. That is the North Pole, but relatively India is closer to the equator, especially southern area of the India. Hardly 1000 kilometer, not too far away. So India is very close to the equator. But same very time, we must also having the larger perspective, the logical, conceptual, physical part we are dealing with. In case if you know the sun and earth relationship, then earth is revolving around the sun in such a manner that maximum sunlight of sun falling on which area? The equatorial side. And here which kind of rays are there? Slanting rays, indirect rays. And any rays hitting straight will be having more heating. If any, you can say the rays are only touching, then it will be not that kind of heating. So proximity to the equator making Indian climate hot climate, cold climate, hot climate. So that thing is important here, that in India most of the time we have the hot climate. Now March is ending, we will see the heat now. 37, 38, even touching in Delhi the mercury shooting up, you can say. We must be very careful, especially in afternoon time. Luckily yesterday some rainfall, otherwise temperature, April, May, June, and many more months even quite high temperature. In south, in north, in center, except few parts. अब तो हिमालय में भी गर्मियाँ बढ़ने लगी हैं. But I will discuss the reason behind that. But hot climate is because of which reason also? Closer to equator and more intense sun rays or less intense sun rays? More intense sun rays. Or more direct rays, we can say, more direct sun rays than the slanting, unlike the polar area. So one idea we can say through the latitude. But you know very well, yes please. Okay. Hot climate, and this is which part? More intense sun rays and direct sun rays. But if we say that here how much north we are in northern hemisphere, or how much closer to the equator we are, that is one part we are talking about the only proximity to the equator. But can we quantify this thing? Because at one level, the UPSC level, our demand is also high here. Then if we want to quantify how much north we are, then one more way is there. In the latitude, we quantify the latitude. For example, equator is marked by which degree? 0 degree, and North Pole is marked by 90 degree north, and that is the 90 degree south. Then you note very well that equator is line actually, or equator is a circle here. Equator on the globe is actually circle. 3D body if you check, equator is a circle. And in this circle, if we cut globe horizontally, and we get one kind of horizontal plane like that, which point you will say this point, A point I make here, it is periphery of the equator or center of the circle, this one? Center of the circle. Suppose we take this center, and from this center, with respect to the equator, suppose it is with respect to the equator, we draw one kind of angle like that. Then which angle this one? 90 degree north. Northward, southward? Northward. That's why we call that it is North Pole, 90 degree north. And on the contrary, the equator angle is which angle? 0 degree. So latitude is what? Latitude is angular distance or angle, or even you can say angular distance. Angular distance. And this angle drawn from which area? This angle drawn from which area? Drawn from Periphery or center of the globe? From center of globe. With respect to which line? With respect to equator. Equator के respect में we judge the latitude. So similarly, if you consider Indian area, Indian latitude is the center. Suppose it is the center of the India, correct? It could be Bhopal or Ujjain, or it could be any area, the northern central part of the India. If I draw the angle here with the center of the globe with respect to the equator like that, then this angle is how much? Lesser than 90 degree, more than 0 degree. So this angle is approximately, for example, 23.5 degree north. And this latitude is passing through which part of the India? Northernmost part, southernmost part, or central part? Central part, correct? But you know, suppose it is our globe, North Pole, South Pole, equator, and here we cut it and we make the center and we put here, that is the North Pole, and this side the South Pole. But if we basically cut, you can say decreasing the angle, this angle is decreasing. Finally, how much angle this one? If it is parallel to the equator, it is 90 degree. Is it how much degree? 0 degree. But the 0 degree only touching at one place of the globe or various place of the globe? Various place. 0 degree, 0 degree. And what we are getting actually? The circle. Correct? 0 degree circle, the equator. But similarly, suppose it is this part of the India. So it is cutting here in India. But India is only one point. India is large area. Large area. So 23 degree here as well. For example, it could be in some part of Gujarat. It could be some part of Jharkhand. And if we even several countries also, if I say 23.5 degree here as well, what we are getting actually? We are getting one circle, and the circle we are calling which circle? Tropic of Cancer. 23.5 degree north circle, or Tropic of Cancer. And what is the relevance of this famous circle for us? Have we ever thought, okay, equator is central part of the globe, North Pole is northernmost part, South Pole is southernmost part. But why, since our childhood, we time to time ask, okay, this thing is being taught that in middle part of the India, Tropic of Cancer passing through. What is the relevance of this line? Like equator, this line is also, or this circle is also getting more sunlight, less sunlight? More sunlight, but which time? June time or entire year? Mainly June, July, or May, June, July time. That's why we are having more heat in May, June, July, or we have more heat in, you can say, December, Jan, Feb, March. More heat after the March, April, May, June. Because you are well aware of that one basic concept you all are aware of, that sun in the center of the solar system and many planets revolving around the sun. Suppose it is our earth, and earth is revolving, but earth once revolving around the sun, earth is straight, earth is tilted here. Earth is tilted. And this tilt is making earth is spatial also. Even Indian area also is spatial. For example, suppose it is, if this had been a condition, North Pole here, South Pole here, for example, then what could have been the condition from center of the sun, if we make the direct sun rays falling on which area of the earth? Pole or equator? Equator, correct? If earth comes here, suppose, then again you can say this side also sun center, which line? The equator. So in every case, equator is bound to get more sunlight. Then which area had been hotter and hotter with the time, year by year? Equator. And which area has minimum sunlight? The polar area. But nature has, you can say, the amazing sense of the, you can say, the logic, or you can say the perfection, that deliberately on the earth this situation is not there, rather tilt is there. And this tilt is very fundamental in our life. For example, rather than this situation, we have a situation on the globe here. North Pole exactly here, North Pole slightly on this side, and South Pole is here. So this is the kind of situation. Where is equator? Like that. Which famous line? Cancer. Which famous line? Capricorn. So earth is tilted or straight? Earth is tilted. North Pole, South Pole, like that. And this you can say equator is here, and there is Cancer line. One more line we call this, which line we call this line? Capricorn. Can you tell me that if it is June time, I write down 21st June for example. On 21st June, sun exactly sending maximum sunlight to the equator or Cancer line? Cancer line. How much? 23.5 degree north. So in June time, it is not the equator getting more sunlight due to the tilt, rather Cancer line or middle part of the India. Because how much tilt of the earth? The earth is tilted by how much from the vertical part of the 23.5 degree tilt. So earth is tilted how much? Tilted by 23.5 degree from which axis? From vertical axis of the orbit. Vertical axis of orbit. 23.5 degree. That's why 23.5 degree latitude automatically getting more sunlight in which time? Particular time that we call especially June around. So in June time automatically which part of the earth is in front of the sun? The equator or Cancer line? Cancer line. And Cancer line passing through which part of the India? Middle part of the India. So especially in closer to June, May, June, July time, then of course more sunlight for India or less sunlight for India? Chance of more sunlight because sun is just in front of the Cancer line. But on the contrary, once 6 months after, that is which time? 22nd December. Now just check, sun giving more sunlight to which area? Southern side or northern side? And that line we call Capricorn or Cancer line? Australia, etc. So December time. So sun is far away from the India. So relatively we have the cold condition. That's why June time, which time for northern hemisphere? Summer or winter time? And that we call summer solstice. And this time we are calling by which name? Winter solstice for northern hemisphere. But one question is there, that if for northern hemisphere it is summer condition, for southern hemisphere which condition would be there? Like Australia, like Madagascar, like many more countries, Argentina, etc. It is winter for them, summer for them. So we call winter solstice for them. And for you can say southern hemisphere, 22nd December would be what? Winter or summer? For summer. So we have to know whatever in northern opposite in southern. So can you tell me throughout the year we have the same sunlight or sunlight amount is variable? Variable. So we have to accept it that if this tilt had not been here, then some area of the earth like equator would have got plenty of sunlight, and some area would have been got lesser and lesser sunlight, and gradually extremely hot some area, extremely cold area, no life. But due to the tilt, which thing is there? We have summer also, we have winter also, even we have the spring, autumn as well. For example, if same earth after revolving comes here, then which line पर ये सन की ज़्यादा रेज आती हैं? अगर हम 3D इमेज करें, इक्वेटर पे आती है. And also here, for example, earth is tilted like that, then this area is northern portion in front of sun. But after 6 months, which area will be getting more sunlight? Southern hemisphere. But in between, which area getting more sunlight? Middle area, equator. And this we call suppose 21st March. And 21st March time, you know that we call this situation by which name? Spring. Spring equinox. So right now, you know very well that we are having the transition. 21st March is that area, neither too hot nor too cold. But 21st March onwards, more summer or more winter if we are going towards the June side? More summer. So if this temperature is shooting after Holi, then reason is there that now sun is giving more sunlight to which hemisphere? Northern hemisphere. March, April, May, June. More northern hemisphere getting the sunlight. But which particular condition also we have? 23rd September, and that time also we call this part, but autumn equinox. Which equinox? Autumn equinox. So March is that month, gradually winter is ending and summer is beginning, transitional time. Just like second half of the March, summer beginning, and first half of March, winter is ending. So winter to summer journey, March you can say. So this tilt was necessary for seasonal variation. This tilt was necessary to uh, shift the temperature one hemisphere to another hemisphere. Not one area continuously getting hotter, one area continuously getting colder. हमारे पास समर है तो विंटर भी आएगा. Once we will be here, in this condition, sun is no more giving maximum sunlight to northern hemisphere, but which area getting more sunlight? Southern hemisphere. This is a wonderful way you can say. So tilt is responsible for which reason? This tilt is responsible for which variation? Seasonal variation. And seasonal variation is also making which balance? Little bit heat is extreme or heat balance? Heat balance. ना ज़्यादा गर्म ना थोड़ी वैरायटी मिलेगी पूरे साल, कुछ ना कुछ वैरायटी होगी. सो समटाइम्स इट इज सेड दैट ये सीधा होगा तो ये तो टिल्ट होना अच्छी बात है या गलत बात है? टिल्ट होना अच्छी बात है. झुकना लाइफ में ज़रूरी है. अर्थ ने सिखाया हमें, नेचर ने, पर कितना झुकना ये भी सिखा दिया. 23 है नहीं बिल्कुल गिर पड़े, हाँ दंडवत हो जाए. तो डिपेंड करता है कितना झुकना है. तो हाउ मच अर्थ टिल्टेड फ्रॉम द वर्टिकल एक्सिस ऑफ द ऑर्बिट? 23.5 degree tilt. And many planets like you can say the Venus and the Uranus, they tilt completely, even it is extreme condition. So extreme conditions are not good in the life. So that is 23.5 degree tilt. Variety is there, life is there. So variation में life है. तो life का relation किससे? Steady condition से या variation से? Variation. That is the reason why more life on the earth, because of this variation. Changes are there. Seasonal variation. So India has summer season in June, we have the winter time in December, and we have spring, autumn or moderate condition March and September time. So this variation because of the tilt of the earth. Yes, please. Correct. Actually, I am getting your point. For example, your point is good. Why we are saying North Pole is here? Because this line is which line? That is your question actually. That is a line along that Earth is rotating also. It is the rotational axis of the Earth. So that is the rotational axis. So how much tilt of the earth we measure from which two axes? Vertical axis of the orbit and rotational axis. जिसके चार ओर ये अर्थ रोटेट भी तो कर रही है. तो अर्थ इज रोटेटिंग इन दिस ऑर्डर, अर्थ इज रोटेटिंग इज स्लाइटली टिल्टेड वे. रोटेशनल एक्सिस लाइक दैट. तो दिस एक्सिस विच एक्सिस? नॉर्मल एक्सिस, रोटेशनल एक्सिस. रोटेशनल एक्सिस. Once you just take entire solar system, then rotational axis will be clear. We have to consider the planetary motion, and then we will see our Earth is here as like Earth is rotating in that order, or Earth is like this in the solar system, like that. So once you consider the Sun-Earth relationship, then Earth is looking like here. Actually, it is said that once in the long back, once Earth was evolving around 4 billion years ago, then a massive planet collided with the Earth. That time this collision led to the ejection of the mass, moon got formed, and same time Earth balance got slightly changed and tilt has occurred. And since then Earth is making a balance, gravitational balance. So this balance is right now in which way? That Earth is slightly tilted from the vertical axis. For example, your question, suppose it is Sun, correct? It is our Earth. Then if I draw this line here, then this which kind of line that is vertical axis of which orbit? Vertical axis of orbit. Orbital plane, correct? And which axis is this one? Horizontal axis of the orbital plane. But just consider here that Earth is rotating in which manner? Earth is rotating actually this point to this point like that. And which you can say Earth is rotating in that way. So which point this one? North pole. This point is which one? South pole. And which line this one? Equator. Which line this one? Cancer. And which line this one? Capricorn. Now if we say that Earth is in solar system like that. Now one question is there that which suppose I write down 21st June. Then for India and many more countries also. Can you tell me that which hemisphere getting more sunlight? Okay, northern hemisphere, correct. But Earth is also static or rotating also? Rotating. In 24-hour Earth complete rotation. Suppose I just ask you that India is here. India is a kind of country on which area? On the northern hemisphere. Which line passing through? Center of the India. For example, the Cancer line, correct. Then just tell me that if we consider that day duration for India in June time, day duration or sunlight duration, correct? Are you able to figure it out that we will be having how much time for the day? Sunlight will come to which area? Till vertical axis of the orbit, correct? 1/2 of the part here sunlight can reach. Are you getting this point? And this part will be day, correct? And this part will be which part here? The night. Half part night, how much part the part sunlight is reaching here. Now just imagine here that in 24 hours, more day for India or more night for India? More day. So day is long, day is short. Day is long, correct? But if you just imagine the polar area, suppose you are here, that is the North Pole. Then suppose it is the kind of area, polar area, or this circle is which circle? Arctic Circle. How much latitude of Arctic Circle? 66.5 degree. Then just imagine that if this any person is here and this part is rotating, entire day light or entire day night? Sunlight, daytime. So due to the tilt, you can say 24-hour day here. So if I simply say equator पर आप आ जाइए, this equator how much time for day? This part, and this part for night. Equal day, equal night, or day night difference is there? Equal day, equal night. So which thing also we are observing by this tilt of the earth? Day night variation in the length. So this tilt is also responsible for which factor? Tilt of the earth creating two scenarios on our earth. One is seasonal variation or seasonal change, and one more change it is doing, day night occurrence or day night length variation. Day night length change or length variation. In which months we have more length of the day or sunlight is falling more and more in entire rotation? In June time. Can you tell me that in that area earth is rotating in 24/7 but day will be there? But in case of this area, South Pole and surrounding area, Antarctic Circle that we call, this circle, are you able to judge? Suppose it is this part here. Do you think any sunlight is reaching in that area in that condition June time? Either Antarctic Circle to here, 24-hour night. You are getting this point? So which thing we can write down also, that during summer season or during summer season or like June time, day length किस side में increase हो रही है? Day length increasing towards pole. Day length increases towards pole. 6 month days are there actually, लगातार. Day length is increasing. Any person is here, day. But why we feel less heating even though 24-hour sunlight गिर रही है, but still in polar area, cold area, minus temperature, that this sunlight is more slanting, direct, more slanting, touch करके निकल जाएंगे. Though heat uh, more than the winter, but of course this area is still cool area, cold area, or hot area despite this condition. Cold. Due to which reason? Normal sun rays, slanting sun rays. Slanting sun rays. But in that area, Cancer line, sun is overhead. Then extremely heated condition for us. So we have to know it is matter of the duration of the sunlight amount or intensity of sunlight. Intensity of sunlight that matters. So India being the part of northern hemisphere, even in June time, Russia has more length of the day. Polar area has more time sunlight is reaching. But that sunlight by slanting rays or direct rays? Slanting rays. For India in June time, which kind of rays are there in June time for India? Suppose India, intense sun rays or normal sun rays? Intense sun rays. Intense sun rays means direct sun rays, indirect sun rays. Direct sun rays. Especially on which line? Tropic of Cancer line. Because Cancer line is just in front of the sun. And more sunlight we are getting. So we have to know that day-night length variation. UPSC asked this question many ways in prelim exam. One question UPSC asked that which time period of the year is having sunlight on, you can say, Tropic of Cancer. Sun is just above Tropic of Cancer. First half of March, second half of March, and first half of the June and second half of the September. Suppose we say ki which half of the first half of June, second half of the June, sun exactly on Tropic of Cancer. Second half of the June, for example. Or if question comes up that sun is just above equator, on which half of the June, which half of the March? Second half of the March, 21st March. One question UPSC asked similar kind of question 4-5 years back. This question I think last year. कि sun की position कहाँ पर है? One question UPSC asked few years back that on 21st March, sun exactly on Capricorn line. Correct or incorrect? Incorrect, because sun is where on 21st March? Equator. And one more point they have mentioned on 21st June, sun exactly above equator. Correct or incorrect? It is also incorrect. Sun is on Cancer. One more point was given that on Arctic Circle, no sunset on 21st June. Throughout the day, the sunlight is available. Correct it is. Huh? So because यहाँ पर लगातार सन की रेज आती रहेंगे, स्लांटिंग होगी पर आएंगी 21 जून को. And they are asking some basic concept or basic things here. So I do advise we can compromise on the facts, but we haven't to compromise on the concept. Concept is the more fundamental in the geography section. And once you have the good conceptual clarity, take my words, you will not be having any problem in geography later on. So don't invest much time on the factual part, current affairs in geography section. Invest the same time for conceptual part. It will be more remunerative. And you will be having more confidence that whatever I am taking the answer or writing down also in the mains, that is more authentic information or more correct option. So your time should be given to which part in geography, that is important. हम लगातार क्या कर रहे हैं, हम न्यूज़पेपर, करंट अफेयर्स एंड डिफिकल्ट चीज़ों पर फोकस कर रहे हैं और उसको हम समझ भी नहीं पा रहे हैं क्योंकि वो भी नहीं समझ पा रहे जो लिख रहे हैं. बिकॉज ये करंट इश्यूज़ बहुत कॉम्प्लेक्स हैं, पोलर वोटिक्स के कॉन्सेप्ट हैं, मेनी मोर कॉन्सेप्ट, तो उसको हम फैक्चुअल पार्ट में लेकर आ गए. बस समझ लिया, नहीं समझ में आया तो याद कर लिया. बट आई डू एडवाइस इन जोग्राफी देयर इज़ ए ग्रेट टच ऑफ द कॉन्सेप्चुअल पार्ट कि ओके हो सकता है, कॉन्सेप्चुअली हम फील कर सकते हैं इस पार्ट को, ऐसे नहीं मगअप करना ही पड़ेगा जोग्राफी में. तो जोग्राफी इज सो फंडामेंटल द टॉपिक. सो इफ वी जस्ट read in geography, we take pause and we have to stop, we have to even feel, though this part of physical geography completely, but for Indian geography also we have to use it. So if I say, suppose I ask you one question based on this concept, suppose it is Indian area and we know Ladakh and Kashmir area to Kanyakumari we go. Suppose I say we are in Ladakh or we want to go to Kanyakumari side, or we are in Srinagar area. It is June month going on, 21st June. What is your idea? Day length will be more in which area? Day length will be more at Kanyakumari or day length will be more in Srinagar or Ladakh area? Ladakh area. Day length will be more here. So if it is you can say around 30th March today, gradually day length is increasing or decreasing in northern hemisphere? Increasing. So gradually day length is now increasing if you remember. धीरे धीरे सन की जो ड्यूरेशन है बढ़ गई है, जल्दी सनराइज होने लगा है, देर से सनसेट होने लगा है. और ये डे लेंथ ज़्यादा कहाँ पर होगी इस समय? अभी भी लद्दाख में होगी या सेंट्रल इंडिया में होगी? लद्दाख में. बट विच पर्टिकुलर डे, इक्वल डे इक्वल नाइट वी कॉल इक्विनॉक्स ऑन 21st March. Equal day equal night, because on 21st March and exactly on the equator, equal division, equal day equal night. 23rd September also equal day equal night. But September onwards, day length is increasing for northern sphere or day length is decreasing? Day length is decreasing. So winter time we have the short length of the day, more length of the night. So depending upon position of the earth, same earth after 6 months once reaching in opposite direction, then this area is not getting much time of the day. So we have to know कि इस कंडीशन में ये डे की लेंथ ज़्यादा होगी जून टाइम पर फॉर नॉर्दर्न हेमिस्फीयर. सो जो हमारा समर है, उन समर में डे लेंथ इंक्रीज टुवर्ड द पोलर साइड. सो इन समर सीजन इफ आई से डे लेंथ इज मोर इन कश्मीर और डे लेंथ इज मोर इन तमिलनाडु? Day length is more in Kashmir, more in Jammu Kashmir और लद्दाख. सबसे ज़्यादा लद्दाख में होगी. And day is not having as much length in Kanyakumari, which is the only line throughout the year equal day equal night. Equator. Equator is the only area. So Kanyakumari is closer to which line? Equator. So if you remain in South India, do you see more difference in day night or less difference in day night? Less difference. Same kind of temperature also we notice. Other factor also there, oceanic factor, I will discuss later on. But of course we have to know that tilt of the earth is basically bringing which things for globe and India as well? Seasonal change and also which thing? Day night length variation. And India has which famous line on the center part? Equator or Cancer line? Cancer line. Suppose we focus now here that Indian location based on latitude as we were discussing here. Indian location. Then in case if you basically say the Indian map here, you may draw the Indian map, जैसा मैप बने, and don't worry, अगर मैप में पाकिस्तान, बांग्लादेश, नेपाल के एरिया इंडिया में आ जाए चलेगा, पर बनाइए ज़रूर. हैंड ड्रॉन मैप. कैसे मैप बना दे? स्मॉल मैप में कमियां कम नज़र आती हैं, तो स्मॉल मैप बनाने की कोशिश किया करें. बट इन क्लास वी हैव टू मेक द स्लाइटली बिगर वन. एंड विच फेमस लाइन दिस वन? A cancel line, 23.5 degree north. Can you tell me that which states are there in this line? Okay, Gujarat. Which state this one? The Rajasthan southern area. Which state this one? Central state. The Madhya Pradesh. And also which state this one? Chhattisgarh. Which state this one? Okay, Jharkhand. A crude map is required. We need not to have the perfection. क्या MP की shape है, झारखंड की shape है, but एक idea होना चाहिए. झारखंड. And which state is this one here? West Bengal. And here which state this one? Tripura. And here which state? Mizoram. So 23.5 degree north cancel line passing through how many states? Passing through 8 states. Which 8 states? 8 states. Systematically we proceed one direction to another direction. Suppose we take one end, Gujarat. First Gujarat, then Rajasthan, then Madhya Pradesh, then Chhattisgarh, then CH for Chhattisgarh, JH for Jharkhand, WB for West Bengal, TRI for Tripura, MIZ for Mizoram. Symbols you can utilize in notes making. Very objective notes making must be there to revise it. So 8 states are there, but here, which famous latitude in these 8 states, middle area, which latitude? 23.5 degree north. But if we want to check the latitude of this area, Tamil Nadu side, around Kerala side, then this latitude will be very close to the equator. Which line this one? 0 degree line, equator. Correct? Then in your opinion, if you just again judge the globe, then which famous line? The equator. India is here. Then middle area of the India, which angle is there? 23.5 degree north. But angle if we draw from the center of the globe with respect to the equator here, then it is lesser. Then which angle this one? Around 8 degree north. And if we discuss in Ladakh area, this angle will further increase. It is how much? 37 degree north. So this is one of the way. So factual thing can easily come to you only if you can say revision you do here. 8 degree to 37 degree. But you know angle is what? A kind of this kind of shape, the angle. Suppose 1 degree angle. Can we divide 1 degree angle on the globe? Then 1 degree is also further subdivision we can do. The thin lines we can draw here. Suppose we draw like that. Then how many subdivision we can do normally? 1 degree, one practice there, divided into how many units? 60 parts. And it is degree, but this dash is indication of which thing? Minute. Similarly, 1 minute is also further divided into 60 second, double dash. But for general discussion, we can take up to how much accuracy? Till minute. Second तक याद नहीं रहता हम लोगों को. We 8 degree 4 minute north. So it is exactly 8 degree in south or slightly more than that. More than that, 4 degree 4 minute. 4 minute you could be in fraction 4 minute. And it is how much exactly? 37 degree 6 minute. So in mainland India, Kashmir to Kanyakumari or Ladakh to Kanyakumari, once we travel, then southern point of mainland 8 degree 4 minute north and northern point 37 degree 6 minute. Can you tell me which state this one? Tamil Nadu region here. And which union territory right now this one? Ladakh. So can I say Ladakh is northernmost territory of the India? Can I say Tamil Nadu state is the southernmost state of the India? Yes. But you note very well that union territory is also having islands. Which famous island is also available in Bay Bengal side? This is the Bay Bengal water. And we have one famous island group, Andaman and Nicobar. And these islands, if you check here, a small island chain, the Andaman Nicobar, and this portion, if I say this point, then this is further southward than this point, and this latitude is 6 degree 45 minute north. So which is southernmost point of the India, lying in Tamil Nadu or Andaman Nicobar? Andaman and Nicobar. Andaman Nicobar is more southward. And as a state, it is Tamil Nadu. Do we call these places by name also? 8 degree 4 minute north, we call by which name? This place of Tamil Nadu, we call by which name? Kanyakumari. That is lying in which state? Tamil Nadu. And 6 degree 45 minute north, we basically call by which name? Indira Point. अभी ये पानी में कोई डूबा हुआ है, पर डूबने का मतलब ये नहीं है कि ऊपर नहीं आएगा कभी. हम मानते हैं कि हमारी लैंड है ये, सुनामी की लहरों ने डुबो रखा है इसको. तो इंदिरा पॉइंट इज लाइंग इन विच एरिया? अंडमान एंड निकोबार. अंडमान एंड निकोबार. So if I say that India is having which kind of latitudinal extent? Suppose I write down in summary of this part, latitudinal extent of the India. How much degree to how much degree in continuity? 8 degree 4 minute to 37 degree 6 minute in continuity, here to here. 8 degree to 37 with respect to which line? Equator. इक्वेटर के नॉर्थ में 8 डिग्री 4 मिनट कन्याकुमारी एंड 37 डिग्री नॉर्थ इन लद्दाख, नॉर्दर्न मोस्ट पॉइंट. 8 degree 4 minute to 37 degree 6 minute. Latitudinal extent of which India? Mainland. Mainland means with island, without island? Without island. And in mainland India, If I say southernmost point we call by which name? Mainland India. Southernmost point of mainland without island is Kanyakumari. But what is the southernmost point overall India? Southernmost point overall or including island point, entire India including island, entire India including even island area, then Indira point. Can you tell me northernmost point do we call by any name? Northernmost. It is wrong to say Indira call. If we say Indira call, then some mistake we are committing here. In some books it is wrongly mentioned. Indira call is the northernmost point. Northernmost point is right now in illegal occupation of China and Pakistan territory. So northernmost point is 37 degrees 6 minutes north, but right now it is in our control or illegal control of other countries. Illegal control. But Indian Army having control up to which point? In Siachen Glacier with this point. That is slightly southward, northward. And till this point in Siachen Glacier, India has control, and this point we call by which name? Indira call. So Indira call is which kind of point? Indian military control up to here. So right now, if exact control by the military till Indira call. But should we say that this zone, for example, occupied by Pakistan illegally or this side the China, should we say it is not our area? It is our area. That we say temporary control of these countries. So what should be the northernmost extent of the India? Indira call or 37 degree 6 minute north? 37 degree 6 minute north. So that is the northernmost point rather than Indira call. So in some global document Indira call is mentioned. But अगर हम इंदिरा कॉल को नॉर्दर्न पॉइंट मान लें, it means which area is not belonging to India? This part is not belonging to India. It means we are making the wrong map here. So we have to be careful that Indira call is not the northernmost point of the India. Indira call is which point? Indira call in which glacier? Siachen Glacier. Northwestern part of Siachen Glacier, here Indian Army is controlling this part. बट अभी तक ये वाला पार्ट जो इंडिया हम बाउंड्री बना रहे हैं, ये पार्ट इलीगल कंट्रोल में है. यहाँ पर चाइना आ जाता है, ये पाकिस्तान. दैट वी कंसीडर इट इज़ इंडियन टेरिटरी, sovereign part of the India, but right now it is having temporary control or legal control of other countries. So we haven't to say कि Indira call is the northernmost point. Unless the question is what? Till which point Indian Army or Indian military control on Siachen Glacier? Indira call. But what is the exact northernmost point that we claim? That is our claim line. जिस पर हम दावा करते हैं जो मिलना चाहिए इंडिया को. Which point? 37 degree 6 minute north. So these are the ways, the latitude we can judge central part of the India, northernmost part of the India, southernmost part of the India. But Kanyakumari has another name as well. I am sure that you know this name as well. Kanyakumari is called by one more name. Kanyakumari is called by one more name, Cape of Comorin. What we call Kanyakumari? Cape of Comorin. So Cape of Comorin is nothing but name of Kanyakumari. But why this term Cape of Comorin? Actually, Comorin is one name and Cape is one geographical concept, or one geographical territory. For example, you will be aware of that India in south is more narrow, or India more broad in the south? More narrow. And which ocean is there? Indian Ocean. Then if narrow land, this land you only consider this land. This narrow land going toward the ocean. So any narrow land geographically that is penetrating or encroaching toward the ocean, narrow land towards ocean, what we call actually? That we call the Cape. We call that area Cape. And Kanyakumari, that's why having the same shape we call Cape of Comorin. Similarly, which continent you know it very well? The African area. And which kind of narrow land this one? Southern area. Cape of Good Hope. So we call this area Cape of Good Hope. Other Cape also there, Cape of Agulhas, Cape of Good Hope. But one famous Cape near Cape Town, even one city having the name like that, Cape Town, Cape Narrow Land towards the ocean, Cape of Good Hope. Can you tell me which ocean this side here, for example, generally which ocean this side? Atlantic Ocean, and which ocean this side? The Indian Ocean. Here Cape of Agulhas, Cape of Good Hope, Cape Town city. And once you come to Indian area, then you know India is part of the Asia, and our country is here. It is the West Asia or Middle East area, and here the Indian area. And which cape we have here? Cape of Camorin or Kanyakumari. So Cape is nothing but a narrow land. But you know, right now this Cape also in the news, because you know that which continent north of the Africa? The European continent. And here Mediterranean Sea. Which famous country this one? Portugal, and here Spain. And one famous, you can say, the fellow Vasco da Gama in 1498 has taken which route? Cape of Good Hope route reached to India. And this route basically reached to India via African southern area. So that was for the good hope, prosperity for the Europeans. They discovered the Indian route, you can say, from the European area, sea route. But it was long route, short route? Long route. Later on, Britishers cut one land of Egypt, and which canal, you can say? Suez Canal. Right now, the Red Sea, Houthi, and many more things are happening here, but it is the short route. And whenever problem comes in this route, again which route is the again taken? Safe route. Cape of Good Hope route. So Cape is nothing but narrow land, wider land. So worldwide many cape, only one cape. Many cape, if this kind of shape is there. But why Camorin we call that? Cape of Camorin. Kanyakumari, another name. So you know very well, once Europeans came to India, they could not pronounce Kanyakumari. They said it is Cape, and they have to say Cape Kanyakumari. तो कन्या तो छोड़िए, कुमारी भी नहीं बोल पा रहे थे, हाँ, तो वो कैमरी कैमरी बोल रहे थे, कैमरिन कैमरी, तो उसी से आ गया कैमरिन. तो कैमरिन इज नथिंग बट ए डिस्टॉर्टेड वर्जन ऑफ द कुमारी, अपभ्रंश, और कुमारी का ये एक विकृत रूप है, डिस्टॉर्टेड रूप कर दिया उन्होंने, कैमरिन. तो कुमारी से कैमरिन, कहीं कहीं पे जमोरिन दे दिया है. दैट इज अनदर नेम ऑफ द किंग, दैट इज नॉट एट ऑल कैमरिन. तो कुमारी टू कैमरिन. So Cape of Camorin is another name of which land of the India? Kanyakumari, lying in which state? Tamil Nadu. So one idea of the India we got by the help of the latitude, and central India, northern part, southern part, island India like Indira Point. So that should be the way also through the diagram. We need not to write down detail, rather crisp, concise notes must be there. At a glance, within 4-5 minutes, okay, it is the thing. North, south, central, like that. So ultimately, whatever part we have discussed, Indian location, if I say that India is part of which hemisphere? Northern hemisphere. And being a part of northern hemisphere and also closer to equator. And closer to the equator, then which climate? Hot climate. And which famous line passing through the India? 23.5 degree north. How many state? 8 state. Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, like that. 8 state is passing through. Southward 8 degree 4 minutes Kanyakumari or Cape of Camorin. Northward 37 degree 6 minutes in Ladakh. That is in legal control of enemy countries. Northward here China का जोन है नॉर्थ से, और थोड़ा वेस्ट से ये पाकिस्तान के पास है. ये वाला जो पॉइंट होगा जो हम दिखाते हैं इंडियन मैप के अंदर. यस प्लीज. इंद्राकॉल का लैटिट्यूड तो मुझे भी याद नहीं आ रहा एग्जैक्टली, पर ये कितना होगा? 37 डिग्री से 36 डिग्री का राउंड होगा ये. तो हाँ, तो इट मीन्स इट इज विद इन द इंडिया. दैट इज़ द रीजन इफ वी से एक चाइना का ये एग्जैक्टली ये तो एरिया लोग नहीं रह रहे हैं इस एरिया में, तो ये विदाउट पॉपुलेशन है, बट इसके बिल्कुल क्लोज है एक चाइनीज़ टाउन है दफदर इन शिनजियांग प्रोविंस ऑफ चाइना। तो 37 डिग्री 6 मिनट नॉर्थ जो हम दिखा दे हैं यहाँ पर कौन सा टाउन है चाइना का, एक प्लेस पड़ता है जो चाइना के कंट्रोल में है, दफदर। दफदर इज राइट नाउ इन कंट्रोल ऑफ विच कंट्री? चाइना। दैट इज द थिंग। So that is additional factual information, but conceptually we must be sound okay. Indian area is not up to Indira Collar Siachen, the claim line of the India up to this point, 37 degrees 6 minutes north with respect to the equator. But you know it very well. In entire discussion, one more thing we understood here, that Indian area due to the proximity to the equator and the Cancer line, hot climate, cold climate, hot climate. For example, to say hot climate, cold climate worldwide, you all know that we see globe in this way as well. It is which lie in the equator again, which lie in the Cancer line, which lie in this one, the Capricorn line, which lie in this one, the Arctic circle, and these are the Antarctic circle. But these are the line or circle actually in the reality. In circle, Arctic circle, Antarctic circle, Cancer circle, Capricorn circle, equatorial circle, correct? Latitude wise 0 degree, 23.5 degree north, and 23.5 degrees south, and also 66.5 degrees south, and 66.5 degree north. Then you note very well that this area between Cancer and Capricorn, including equator, we call by which name? We call this area by which name? Tropical area, between two tropics. Northernmost limit up to which sun rays could be straight on 21st June, the Cancer line. Southernmost limit up to which sun rays could be directly or straight on 22nd December, the Capricorn line. And this. And you know, sun on which particular day exactly on the equator? One day of a year or 2 days of a year? First 21st March and also 23rd September. And in June time, what is the position of sun? 21st June. Cancer line, where India is also there. Middle part of the India here. Suppose Indian area, if we consider here, that India, half India is here, and half India is, or you can say the large part of the India, this part here. North part of this line. And if I say that the southern part here, the sun is exactly overhead on which line here? 22nd December. So ultimately sun is fluctuating Cancer and Capricorn, making this area hot or cold? Tropical area. Hot. Correct? A chance is, we have to presume it, कि hotter condition tropical area. Only equator we will call hot, or tropical area as a whole we will call hot. Tropical area as a whole we will call hot because sun is just above either equator or Cancer or Capricorn or in between. Sun is fluctuating with respect to Earth. Actually, Earth is changing the position through the revolution and tilt. This phenomena is happening. But overall, with respect to Earth, the sun is also looking like northward, southward, apparent shift of sun. But you know that which area this would be? North pole to this area, Arctic circle, extremely cold area, and this area we call by which name? Polar area. Extremely cold, correct? Polar area, frigid area, frozen area. Also we call frigid, frozen. Extremely cold, frigid area. And tropical area को कभी कभी torrid area भी कहते हैं. Which area? Torrid area. But also one area we call this area by which name? Temperate area. This side also we call temperate. Then what is our logic says here that Indian this area south of Cancer line, which area this one? Tropical. And this area will be which area? The temperate. And what is the meaning of temperate here? The cool area or hot area? Cool. For example, then in your opinion, अगर आप इंडिया में हैं, सपोज आप यहाँ पर है कैंसर लाइन के पास में, तो इधर आप किस कंडीशन क्या कहेंगे? हॉट और क्या? हॉट. बट जैसे ही आप एक कैंसर लाइन क्रॉस करते हैं, क्या अचानक कूल हो जाता है कि एक पैर कूल है एक पैर हॉट में है? तो ऐसा तो होगा नहीं. तो basically transition is also there. So sudden change is not occurring on the earth surface. कि hot to cold suddenly has come. So one transitional area is also there, and this transitional area we call subtropical area. Which area? Subtropical area. Subtropical area is also hot, not that kind of heating, especially in summer season, more heating because sun is exactly along the Cancer, more heat in that area. But overall, this area is not as hot. So relatively, we can consider subtropical area is also a kind of slightly hotter area, just like the tropical. But जैसे जैसे हम 35 डिग्री भी क्रॉस कर जाएंगे latitude normally, then which area it would be definitely? Hot or cool? Slightly cool. Or subtropical area as well. So Delhi, this city lying in which zone? Subtropical or tropical? Subtropical. So India, if I say, India globally is accepted that India has two climatic region or two important area or two division of the India by the Cancer line. Which two division of the India? Tropical in south and subtropical in the north. And which area is also little bit temperate touch? Kashmir area or Ladakh area? Ladakh area, northernmost part, near Siachen, etc. That is very 1 degree, 2 degree latitude area was only. That is not even in our control right now. So tropical. Can you tell me which India is bigger one? Tropical or subtropical? Subtropical. India is broad in south, north. Here. Can you tell me Delhi is part of which area? And Mumbai? The tropical Kolkata, tropical Chennai, tropical. And if I say in recent, presently March 30th going on, then which place, which city here more length of the day? The Delhi has more length of the day right now. Day duration ज़्यादा होगी दिल्ली में आज अगर आप कंपेयर करें. आप मुंबई चेक करें, आप चेन्नई चेक करें, क्योंकि दिल्ली इज़ मोर northward, and in summer season 21st March onward summer season day length increasing decreasing toward the polar side increasing. जितना हम लद्दाख में जाएंगे और लेंथ डे की ज़्यादा होगी. बट सनलाइट कहाँ ज़्यादा यू कैन से इस समय गिर रही है? इंटेंस सनलाइट कहाँ पर है इस समय? साउथ में, बिकॉज सन वेरी क्लोज टू इक्वेटर. तो मोर सनलाइट, इंटेंस सनलाइट हियर. कर्नाटका, गुजरात काफ़ी गर्म है इस समय, बट ग्रेजुअली ये हीटिंग अब नॉर्थ में भी ट्रांसफ़र होगी. ओके, ट्रॉपिकल सब ट्रॉपिकल. सो इंडिया इज़ बेसिकली ए काइंड ऑफ एरिया दैट इज़ जनरली वी डिवाइड ट्रॉपिकल इन साउथ एंड सब ट्रॉपिकल इन नॉर्थ. ट्रॉपिकल साउथ एंड सब ट्रॉपिकल नॉर्थ. But one question is there that 0 degree you will call low latitude, high latitude. Low angle और high angle? लो तो लो लैटिट्यूड. तो जनरली अगर आपसे कहें कि ये ट्रॉपिकल सब ट्रॉपिकल एरिया के लैटिट्यूड कैसे हैं, थोड़े लो हैं, हाई हैं? लो लैटिट्यूड. एंड पोलर एरिया के लैटिट्यूड कैसे हैं? 80 डिग्री, 90 डिग्री, हाई लैटिट्यूड. एंड टेम्परेट एरिया के लैटिट्यूड कैसे होंगे? मिडिल लैटिट्यूड. तो इंडिया इज पार्ट ऑफ मिडिल लैटिट्यूड, इंडिया पार्ट ऑफ द लो लैटिट्यूड. India is part of the low latitude, and country like Russia, country like Canada, the high latitude. So what is the relationship of latitude with the sunlight? If I say more the latitude we are increasing, lesser the sunlight intensity or more the sunlight intensity? Lesser the sunlight intensity. जितना आप इक्वेटर के आसपास आ रहे हैं ज़्यादा इंटेंस सन रेज हैं, जितना आप इक्वेटर से दूर जा रहे हैं कम सन रेज की इंटेंसिटी है. देन लैटिट्यूड एंड सनलाइट इंटेंसिटी इन्वर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल, डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल? इन्वर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल. हाई लैटिट्यूड कोल्ड एरिया, हॉट एरिया? कोल्ड एरिया. लो लैटिट्यूड कंट्रीज हॉट एरिया. सो अफ्रीकन कॉन्टिनेंट, गल्फ कंट्रीज, इंडिया, ऑल आर केप्ट इन लो लैटिट्यूड. ट्रॉपिकल, सब ट्रॉपिकल largely. But European area, middle latitude largely, temperate area, and some countries like Canada or Antarctica continent here, or Russia का major area, high latitude. Then latitude, in your opinion, having two kind of benefit for us to determine. Latitude is giving which idea on the globe, how much north we are, how much south we are with respect to equator. And latitude is also telling us how much hot one area, how much cold one area. A general clue to us. So if I want to judge the temperature, then which aspects we have to judge also? Latitude. Latitude is also a helping hand to decode the temperature of any given area. Suppose 80 degree north latitude, then suddenly if this fact is given to you, then cold condition, hot condition. Cold condition 80 degree north. If 20 degree north, the hot condition. If 45 degree north, middle area, middle latitude. So sunlight intensity or temperature also we can judge. So north and south and idea of the temperature or sunlight intensity, which kind of concept is good for us? Latitude. So through the latitude we try to decode the Indian condition. So if you make a summary of entire part, then what should be the summary of the entire part? Which 4-5 line you can write down of entire summary? Whatever we discuss, this diagram like that. Then what should be the summary of this part? India is part of the northern hemisphere, proximate to the equator, and which climate? Hot climate. And you can write down due to which reason you can say, because latitude, which country India? Low latitude, high latitude country? Low latitude. In the north, India has which area? Subtropical or tropical? Subtropical. In south? Tropical. Which line dividing India in the middle area? Tropic of Cancer. Tropic of Cancer is passing through middle. 23.5 degree north with how many states? 8 states. And you know which is southernmost point of the India? Indira Point, Andaman Nicobar, and mainland southernmost point? The Kanyakumari or Cape of Comorin, mainland southernmost point. Kanyakumari or Cape of Comorin. And also the northernmost point marked by which latitude? 37, 6 degree, 6 minutes. And what is the latitude of Indira Point? 6 degree, 45 minutes north. So that should be our habit कि हर पार्ट में कुछ समरी बना ले. समरी बनाकर आप एक वन कॉर्नर में रेड कलर से लिख दें, ग्रीन कलर से लिख दें, डिफरेंट कलर से लिख दें. So that revision could be quick. And कंसीडर इट कि जब आप समरी बनाते हैं वो बिटवीन द लाइन सब कुछ याद रहता है, सब कॉन्शियस में पड़ी रहती है हमारी. हमें लगता है हम भूल जाएंगे, बट वो आपके पास में ज़रूर रहेगा क्योंकि आपने खुद समरी बनाई है. तो यू ट्राई योर बेस्ट कि विच एवर पार्ट यू डू, इट मस्ट बी अवर हैबिट कि ओके उसका जूस में निकाल कर प्रोसेस करके कहीं लिख दें आप साइड में. या कुछ लोग येलो पेज बना दें, कुछ लोग एक पेज बना लेते हैं. एंड विच एवर पार्ट यू आर फॉरगेटिंग यू कैन राइट डाउन. एनीथिंग न्यू थिंग यू गॉट इन बिटवीन you can write note down. Okay, in NCERT or next IAS booklet कुछ नया मिला इसी पार्ट पर, you can also incorporate. So this way we can easily revise the thing. Ultimately it is a retention rather than how much writing we are. कितना retain कर पा रहे हैं वही आपके एग्जाम में रोल प्ले करेगा. So in physical geography latitudinal aspects if you talk about, then this is the part we have focused upon. And overall as I said, location means only latitude, longitude as well. The longitude. So one more part we can focus here. The longitude or longitudinal aspects of India. कुछ डायग्राम शायद हो इस पर. ये डायग्राम इसमें रखें कि इंडियन ज्योग्राफी पीडीएफ है. इंडियन ज्योग्राफी पीडीएफ रखनी चाहिए वो. हाँ. तो आज ही इसको कर देंगे. हाँ. तो ये कुछ डायग्राम होंगे that will support you in this part. So longitudinal aspects of the India, if we now discuss, then you note very well that latitude is basically the way to judge north and south, but longitude is giving the idea of which thing of the globe, east and west. And also one more thing, it is giving the idea, temperature or time calculation, idea of the temperature, then the latitude, but idea of the time through the longitude. So longitude east and west, and one more kind of thing we can calculate the time. For example, you know that on the globe, if we want to show the India, one of the way is also there, that is the North Pole. हाँ वही है, बस सेम है, हाँ यही वाला है वही दिखा दो जो है. हाँ yes, Sibasis, yes, Indian Ocean, Cape of Good Hope, Atlantic one side Indian Ocean. The same question Pritay also asked, as you asked, 37 degree 6 minute, that is not in our control right now, Davda town. कोई नहीं, कल कर देंगे. हाँ हाँ so you know, it is North Pole, it is South Pole, and if we basically even consider the globe, then one country that remained superpower in the past, United Kingdom, around 1884, it has been accepted in this round-shaped globe. Suppose it is UK, London, near London one observatory is there, and this place we call Greenwich. So on the surface joining North Pole, Greenwich and South Pole, one imaginary line has been drawn. And this line also got by which name? Greenwich line, or even prime meridian. Which line? Prime meridian. Or even 0 degree longitude. This line. So like equator is also a line we can draw. But this line, unlike equator, is full circle or half circle? Half circle. North Pole, then one country UK का ये near London Greenwich place, and South Pole, this part. But this side, if we go, which hemisphere we have? This side, Eastern hemisphere, and this side the Western hemisphere. So East-West division by the scholars, the equator or prime meridian or Greenwich line. And Greenwich line by nature longitudinal line, longitudinal line, or half circle, full circle, unlike the equator or other latitudinal line, half circle. Which 2 points are common in this line? The one point is the famous point North Pole and also South Pole. India is located with respect to this line eastward, westward. India in the east, East India Company, you know, came to eastern side. So this is the part here, that India. But on the globe, if I say, suppose we show that India is here. But अगर हम इंडिया के ईस्ट में चले, which country will come? For example, Japan, land of rising sun. Further we go to the east, you can go to the USA. It means if you go this side also, westward we are going, eastward we are going. Westward. Which country this side here? The USA. So either you go eastward, you can reach to same thing on the globe. So there is no east, there is no west. East-west concept on the flat surface. It is a round shape. So it is one convention. And this convention was dictated by superpower that time, the UK, that if east-west has to be taken into consideration for convention point of view, we go this side or this side on the curved surface of the globe. Though eastward we go, we will finally go to the west, right? So Here it has been accepted, okay, if east-west division is being done, okay, then this country, United Kingdom, Greenwich line. If India had been superpower that time, then could be possible that ये line India के center से pass हो रही होती. East west हम decide करते. So अर्थ पर नॉर्थ साउथ तो वी कैन ईजिली डिटरमिन, बट ईस्ट वेस्ट जो है ये एक कन्वेंशन है कि मोर यू गो द ईस्ट यू कैन रीच टू द वेस्ट ऑल्सो. घूमते घूमते वेस्ट में आ जाएंगे आप. आर यू गेटिंग दिस पॉइंट? ऑन दिस पार्ट इफ आई से इंडिया इज ऑफ कोर्स पार्ट ऑफ विच हेमिस्फीयर? इंडिया इज पार्ट ऑफ द ईस्टर्न हेमिस्फीयर. So with respect to equator, we are part of the northern hemisphere, 8 degree to 37 degree in continuity. But with respect to prime meridian or Greenwich line, part of the eastern hemisphere. With respect to which famous line? Prime meridian or Greenwich line. What is the longitude of the prime meridian? 0 degree. So 0 is considered reference. We count the things from the 0. तो हमें डेलिबरेटली ज़ीरो बनाना पड़ता है किसी चीज़ को. अब ज़ीरो कोई नहीं होगा तो आगे गिनती कैसे स्टार्ट होगी, काउंटिंग कैसे स्टार्ट होगी. तो ज़ीरो इज़ पर्पसफुली केप्ट एज ए रेफरेंस बिगिनिंग फ्रॉम द ज़ीरो. तो 10 द लैटिट्यूड इक्वेटर, 10 डिग्री द लॉन्गिट्यूड ईयर. बट हाउ वी इंक्रीज द एंगल इफ वी मेक वन थिंग ज़ीरो? सपोज इन द इक्वेटर फ्रॉम द सेंटर वी जज, बट इफ वी draw the angle in that manner, it is 0 or more than 0. It is 30 degree for example. It could be how much degree? Suppose 70 degree for example. Eastward, westward? Eastward. 70 degree east is passing through the India, or you can say the 30 degree is passing through the India. 70 degree is passing through the India for example. Or 80 degree is passing through the India. But from USA, which line passing through here? The 80 degree west or 80 degree east? 80 degree west passing through the USA. So that is one of the way. So how we draw the longitude? By considering equator line or prime meridian? Prime meridian. And suppose it is a prime meridian and vertically we are now imagining. It is vertical kind of line, correct? Unlike the equator, Cancer, these are horizontal line on the globe. In this line, if you come to this side, then we are going to east, and this side we are going the west. And you know that if we draw the angle, all side of that, how much we can draw completely? 360 degree longitude. Suppose I say 0 degree longitude to which longitude? 180 degree east. It is which hemisphere? But 0 degree to 180 degree west, which hemisphere this one? 180 degree west, that is western hemisphere. But आपके according 180 degree east और 180 degree west same line है, different line है? Same line. East west मिल जाता है, इधर चलेंगे west, इधर चलेंगे east. तो 180 degree east और 180 degree west same line. So India is where? India exactly on the prime meridian or Greenwich. India is 180 degree east, unlike Siberia, or India in the middle area of the eastern hemisphere. Middle area, around 80 degree, 90 degree. Correct? USA is where? USA is big country. Some part of the USA like India 80 degree west, but some part of the USA could be 180 degree west also. So we have to accept that every country has its own longitude. And longitude is judged with respect to which famous line? Prime meridian, taking 0 degree. So अगर हम we draw like that, then how can we think of? Suppose it is the North Pole. Take the picture from the top, and it is which famous line? Prime meridian. Then अगर हम इस साइड में जा रहे हैं 30 degree, 60 degree, 80 degree, 90 degree, and then further going in that, then opposite direction we go. Which line this one? 180 degree west. Similarly, we go here 30 degree west, 60 degree west, 90 degree west, then further 120 degree west like that. If we go like that, we can go to which direction? Again 180 degree west. So India is where? India around which degree? 90 degree east or 90 degree west? East. Or 80 degree or 90 degree like that. But if you judge properly, then which state of the India closer to this line? Gujarat. Gujarat is westernmost, easternmost state of the India. Westernmost. So Gujarat is westernmost state of the India. Any idea what should be the longitude of Gujarat? Westernmost. This is how much degree if I draw here? It is slightly less than 70, more than 70. Less than 70. That is 68 degree, 7 minutes east. The Gujarat. Westernmost part of the India lying in Gujarat. This area is marshy land, दलदली ज़मीन है, खारे पानी की है, रन ऑफ कच्छ और वी कॉल्ड बाय डिफरेंट नेम ऑल्सो. कुछ एक पॉइंट है इंडिया का इसके पास में गुहार मोता और गुहार मोती. कुछ यहाँ पे लिखा रहता है गुहार मोती या गुहार मोता. Here, westernmost state. But once you come to easternmost part, northeastern area, Gujarat area, northeast. Which northeast? Assam, Arunachal. Arunachal. So with respect to prime meridian, Arunachal the most eastward. Easternmost point of the India lying in Arunachal. And this point is how much degree longitude? 97 degree, 25 minutes east. And this point, one town or one village is also there. Kibitu. कौन सा प्लेस है ये? ईस्टर्न मोस्ट प्लेस किबितू. क्लोजर टू विच कंट्री बाउंड्री? ये म्यांमार के आसपास है किबितू टाउन. ये किबितू एक जगह का नाम है. एक साइड चाइना, तिब्बत एरिया. किबितू. किबितू इज ईस्टर्न मोस्ट और वेस्टर्न मोस्ट. गुहार मोती वेस्टर्न मोस्ट एंड इंदिरा पॉइंट सदर्न मोस्ट. सदर्न मोस्ट मेन लैंड कन्याकुमारी एंड नॉर्दर्न मोस्ट पॉइंट that is in illegal control 37 degree 6 minute north, and which point India is controlling with its military till now, the Indira call. So these are the extreme of the India, boundary of the, you can say, periphery of the India. But if we say that one crude idea of the India we got, okay, but you know that longitude is a kind of way to describe the east-west. We are going this way, we are going to the east. We are going this way, we are going to the west. But you know very well that Earth is static, Earth is also rotating. And you know Earth is rotating longitudinally or latitudinally. 24 hour longitudinally Earth is rotating. Because Earth की axis rotation की कैसे है? Vertical. Suppose Earth longitudinally rotate कर रही है. Then sun will be like that. Sun is fixed. Which thing is changing? The earth. Then at particular time, suppose this part of the India is in front of sun, then it will be daylight. Correct? But this area will be western hemisphere, the night time. But in your opinion, that this side to this side if we come, then time will be ahead in which area? Arunachal or Gujarat? Arunachal. Whichever area in the east getting early sun rays on rotating earth longitudinally. Whichever area in the west getting the sun rays later on. So कौन सा area later on will come in front of sun? The western side. So east is ahead in time, west is ahead in time. East is ahead in time. That's why we call one thing. Once you go the east of the hemisphere, east gain addition in time. Is gain addition. And once you go to the west, then in west time is less or more. West में थोड़ा time कम है because west is later on coming in front of sun. Then subtraction. So कहाँ पे हम माइनस करते हैं टाइम को? वेस्ट में. और कहाँ प्लस करते हैं टाइम को? ईस्ट में. ahead in time, plus time. For example, if I say that this famous line, Greenwich line or prime meridian, which line also we call? Greenwich line. Then UK purposefully enforced its culture and said, okay, once time is being discussed, then international time will be which time? The time of the USA or time of the UK or time of the India or time of Russia? Time of the UK. Passing through the prime meridian, international time. And this time also called universal time. Which time? Universal time or international time. And this universal time or intentional time also called in simple way by which name also GMT. टेक्निकल डिफरेंसेस हो सकते हैं, बट ग्रीनविच लाइन के टाइम को क्या कहा जाता है? ग्रीनविच मीन टाइम, एम फॉर मीन, टी फॉर टाइम, GMT. सो इंडिया is ahead than the UK eastward, so we are plus GMT minus GMT, plus GMT time, and country like USA, Brazil minus GMT. So we have to know that more eastward longitude, then plus in time, ahead in time, then the GMT. Suppose GMT in the middle we consider. You are getting this point? So similarly, if I say that within the India also which area will be ahead in time, Arunachal, and then the middle part here, then this part. Then one way is there on the globe that we consider some area in Western Hemisphere plus GMT, some area minus GMT. But if we see the India in the context of the entire globe, and we draw the map here, in that map we show the India. For example, you know it very well that to draw the map, generally कौन से कॉन्टिनेंट को हम सेंटर में मान लेते हैं? Africa. Suppose it is the African area, and this side we have the West Asia, or this side the Indian area, southern area of the India, and this side the Bay Bengal and Southeast Asian area, Malaya Peninsula, Vietnam and Southeast Asia, and remaining China. And which area? This one Siberia, and this area is Russia, and this side the European area, and this side the southern Europe, Mediterranean Sea region, Black Sea region. And this side is small island, Sumatra, Java, Borneo. Which country? Indonesia. And which famous country here? Also Capricorn passing through? Australia. This part is New Zealand. Which country? This one, land of rising sun? Japan, Taiwan, Philippines, Pacific Island. And which famous line? This one? 0 degree equator. And this line, this point 8 degree 4 minute, Kanyakumari. One idea we have. But if we see that here, then which famous country here? UK. And which line? This one? Greenwich is part. Greenwich is like that. Even Africa की कुछ part से भी cut हो रहा है ये. Like that. Europe, Africa, all together. And this line we call 0 degree longitudinal line or meridian or Greenwich. And you know that if we consider on the globe here, we are going this side, the eastern hemisphere. Suppose one idea you will be having that 24-hour Earth is covering how much part? One rotation or 360 degree longitude. Correct? Then in 1 hour, how much Earth shifting eastward? Earth shifting 360 divided by 24. How much longitude Earth is shifting eastward? 15 degree eastward. So if we say that whatever time on this line, prime meridian or GMT, it is GMT. Suppose we draw a longitude here. It is 15 degree east longitude. Then what should be the time here? 15 degree east. Plus 1 hour, then the GMT, or minus 1 hour? Plus 1 hour, then the GMT. Suppose GMT 12 noon, it will be 1 PM. Correct? Similarly, it will be 30 degree plus 2, 45 degree plus 3, 60 degree plus 4, and similarly 75 degree plus 5 and 90 degree plus 6. अगर आप इस तरीके से देखते हैं तो इंडिया में सपोज ये 75 डिग्री ईस्ट है, सपोज ये पास हो रहा है इंडिया से, और यहाँ पे 90 डिग्री पास हो रहा है. देन व्हाट शुड बी देयर? प्लस 2 प्लस 3 प्लस 4 and plus 5, and this side plus 6. So gradually time is increasing towards eastern India, plus 6. अगर GMT पर 12 नून होगा सपोज, तो इंडिया में ईस्टर्न इंडिया में क्या टाइम हो रहा होगा नियरली इस साइड पर? सपोज ईस्टर्न इंडिया में 6 PM सनसेट होने वाला होगा. एंड ऑल्सो गुजरात साइड पर, थोड़ा इस साइड पर ये 5 PM हो रहा होगा, अभी सनसेट नहीं हुआ होगा. करेक्ट? So we have to know this part also. But on similar way, if I say we go to further, then further ahead in time like Japan, and also you can say the area. Suppose we go to this area, then which kind of area this one? Siberia. It is 180 degree east. यहाँ कितना टाइम होगा 180 डिग्री ईस्ट पर? प्लस 12. अगर यहाँ 12 नून होगा तो यहाँ पर कितना हो जाएगा, +12, 12 midnight, करेक्ट, this part. And on the same time, if we say कि we come to Atlantic Ocean and here this South America, which continent this one? South America here, and this side the North America here. And this area we call by which name of the USA? Alaska. Suppose it is 90 degree west. And this side how much degree west? 180 degree west. Near Alaska. But you note very well, similarly it is in minus time, plus time, minus GMT. It will be how much minus then here? Minus 6 hour plus 6 hour. Minus 6. And this side minus 12. Minus 12 means also 12 noon minus 12 hour, कितना हो जाएगा? 15 डिग्री से डिवाइड कर दें, ये 12 आ जाएगा. Because minus GMT, then minus 12. Then it will be what here, in your opinion? 12 midnight or different time? 12 midnight. So why same time both side? This side and this side? Because both are same line, different line? Same line. 180 degree east or 180 degree west. But if we take the convention, what is that convention? Suppose someone is here, not aware कि अलास्का इधर भी है थोड़ा, और ये अलास्का जाना था, simply one line they have to cross, then they can reach to Alaska. Correct? Earth is round in shape. But this fellow has taken the different road to reach to Alaska. तो कितना difference आ जाएगा time में? Year to year. 12 hour here to here, 12 hour here to here. How much difference? 24 hour. In minus side or plus side if Siberia to Alaska? Minus side. Suppose here Sunday will be there, then it would be which day here? It will be Saturday in Alaska. So which practice is also there globally? कि Alaska and Siberia, though very close to each other, but these are basically having two extreme position on the globe. This side, if you judge Alaska, which side? Westernmost hemisphere or easternmost point? And this side, easternmost. Here east and west meeting here. Then suppose if we go in that way, then Sunday to Saturday, losing the time. और vice versa if we go in this side. But अगर हम इस तरह से भी आ जाएं, साइबेरिया से अलास्का पहुंच जाएं, तो हमें क्या एडजस्ट करना पड़ेगा? ये संडे है तो ये क्या करना पड़ेगा? Saturday, so that no mismatch. Anyway you go. So this famous line was drawn also, and this line we call middle line, 180 degree east or west between Siberia and Alaska. Same line. But this line we call Greenwich line or international date line. We call this line international date line. So India is neither on the Greenwich nor international date line. We are in the middle position of the eastern hemisphere. International date line. Can you tell me that what is the purpose of this line? Whenever we cross this line, Alaska to Siberia we go, or Siberia to Alaska we go, then which thing we have to do here? Same day we have to keep or different day we have to maintain? Different day. Suppose अगर हम x to y जाएं तो क्या करेंगे हम? माइनस करेंगे प्लस करेंगे डे में. अगर यहाँ से इधर गए हम, देन सैटरडे है तो क्या हो जाएगा? संडे हो जाएगा. और अगर हम इधर हैं तो ये प्लस कि अगर यहाँ संडे है तो क्या हो जाएगा? सैटरडे हो जाएगा. गॉट दिस पॉइंट? अलास्का में सैटरडे हो रहा है, बोला एक दिन आपका एक्स्ट्रा मिल जाएगा दूसरे तरीके से कहा जाए तो. तो वंस वी ट्रेवल वी हैव टू नो अलास्का साइड वी विल डू माइनस मैथमेटिकली, एंड इन Siberia side we have to do plus deliberately. So that is one of the way to even say. So if we say time is calculated by which way? Longitudinally, latitudinally? Continuously, as longitude changing, time is also changing. Because Earth is rotating longitudinally. Whichever part of the Earth in front of Sun, that area will be different time, another area will be different time. So rotation is deciding the time, and rotation is occurring longitudinally. हर longitude का अलग अलग time है. But particular longitude like this longitude has been accepted by the scholar international date line. So here one peculiar situation also occurred here. कुछ island भी है यहाँ पर, So these islands, small land, then this line is passing through. Suppose someone is sitting on this island and international date line passing through, and chair exactly on international date line, one leg on Sunday, one leg on Saturday. Then how peculiar, how disturbing this fact could be there. कोई ऑफिस में बैठा हुआ है, नहीं मन कर रहा है काम करने का, थोड़ी चेयर खींच ली साइबेरिया की ओर, संडे हो गया मेरा. सो व्हाट कुड बी द वे ऑल्सो कि जब ये इस तरह के आइलैंड ओशन में आ गए, then it has been decided कि you have to decide yourself this island. If you want to remain Alaska, तो ये line ऐसे कर दी गई. If you want to live with Siberia, this line will be like that. So all the islands which are on this line, then these islands have been asked either to take side of Alaska or Siberia. So this line has been purposefully drawn straight line unlike other lines or zigzag line. Only zigzag line passing through only ocean, not to cause any confusion, only zigzag line. Otherwise all imaginary line we draw is smooth. Only single line we have drawn on the globe, they like that. So we must take the interest. It is not that we are capturing each and everything. We have to feel. If we don't, you can say, get any factual part, doesn't matter. पर हम फील तो करें कि कुछ ऐसा पॉसिबल है, टाइम चेंज हो सकता है, इंक्रीज हो सकता है, डिक्रीज हो सकता है, and this kind of line is there. Then on this ground, if I say, no doubt the kind of line we are drawing here for India, our time is here also different here. But which is the westernmost India, you can say 68 degree, and easternmost India 97 degree. This point and this point here. Any idea what would be the time on 68 degree? Suppose it will be GMT whatever. How much ahead than the GMT Gujarat side? Can you calculate? Less than 5, more than 5? Less than 5, because westward. And 97, more than 6, less than 6? More than 6, correct? But how much ahead you can say? What is the thumb rule here? You have to divide longitude by which thing? Suppose 68 degree Gujarat. You have to divide by how much degree? 15 degree, 1 hour. Then 60 degree, how much hour? 4 hour completely. 8 degree is nothing but half of the 15. 7.5, half of the 15. It will be half an hour. So 4 hour 30 minute. Suppose 12 noon हो रहा होगा यहाँ पर, तो यहाँ क्या टाइम हो रहा होगा गुजरात में? 4:30 PM. Correct? But in case of Arunachal, 97 degree, you divide 97 degree also by 15 degree. It will be how much? But division 6. But 7 degree is nothing but half of the 15, very close to 30 minutes, half an hour. Then 6:30. So same very time, this will be 6:30, this will be 4:30. In evening time, if it is 12 noon here, correct? Then how much difference between India, within the India, Gujarat to Arunachal? 2 hour difference. So this point to this point, 2 hour difference. In case if Arunachal already sunrise has taken place, morning time in Arunachal, how much time Gujarat westernmost area has to wait for having the sunrise? 2 hours. After 2 hours, sunrise will take place in Gujarat area. Arunachal, that's why we call Arunachal, sun ka Achal. Arun means sun. So deliberately name got changed. Earlier the name was North East Frontier Agency. Later on, after the independence, we changed the name Arunachal, sun ka Achal. जहाँ सन की पहली रेज गिरती है. तो which town having the earliest sun rays of the India? Kibitu town. That is 97 degree 25 minute east. So it is the easternmost area Arunachal. So within the India, how much time difference is there within the India? Within the India, 68 degree to 97 degree. 68 degree east to 97 degree around east, or Gujarat to Arunachal. 2 hour difference. Plus 2 in Arunachal, minus 2 in Gujarat. You can say in that way with respect to each other. 2 hour difference. Can you prove in different way also? 15 degree equivalent to how much hour difference? 1 hour. Suppose you know Indian longitude Arunachal. कितने longitude Arunachal में? 97 degree or 100 degree? 97 degree. And Gujarat में 75 degree, 68 degree western side. 68. Just minus you do that. How much it would be? 97 minus 68. 29. 29 is nothing but very close to 30. 15 degree equivalent to 1 hour, 30 degree equivalent to 2 hour. So 2 hour difference within the India we have in time. Arunachal always ahead in time than the Gujarat. So local time of India or any country varies north to south or west to east or east to west. Longitudinally it varies. If we are in the Gujarat, different local time, Arunachal different local time, or sunset sunrise time different west to east. Correct? Now if we say that local time differs place to place, it will be confusion in administration, confusion in the railway timing, confusion in many part. कि सपोज हम मिलना है, कहीं पर मीटिंग करनी है, तो अरुणाचल वाले सोच रहे हैं अपने टाइम के अकॉर्डिंग, हम सोच रहे हैं अपने टाइम के अकॉर्डिंग दिल्ली में, गुजरात में सोच रहे हैं अपने टाइम के अकॉर्डिंग, मिसमैच हो जाएगा. सो व्हाट शुड बी द बेस्ट वे? ओके, डिफरेंट लोकल टाइम विल बी देयर एट डिफरेंट लॉन्गिट्यूड, डिफरेंट टाइम एंड डिफरेंट लॉन्गिट्यूड, डिफरेंट लोकल टाइम डिफरेंट लॉन्गिट्यूड. लॉन्गिट्यूड चेंज करेंगे टाइम अलग हो जाएगा. लॉन्गिट्यूड, एवरी लॉन्गिट्यूड इज स्पेशल टाइम. But to manage a country, or better administration, or better smooth functioning, one standard time also we require. That should be our clock time, watch time. For example, in India, Britishers in 1906 they decided कि इंडिया में एक लाइन सेंटर में ड्रॉ कर दें, neither westernmost nor easternmost, rather in between. And this line, for example, like that. And this line ये 82 and half degree east, passing through almost from which area? Center of the India. And what is the relevance of 82 and half degree east? If you divide by 15 degree, 82 and half degree, it will be 630, it would be 430, it would be in middle area. Can you prove it? 82 and half degree divide by 15 degree. How much complete division? 5 times you do 15, 75. And remaining 7.5 is what? Half an hour. So it will be how much? 5 hour 30 minutes. Neither 6:30 nor 4:30, rather 5:30. So we decided, okay, one practice has come. If countries do this thing, then better administration, better functioning, no hassle, no problem. Then it has been accepted. Okay, countries will try to maintain one standard time, and most of the countries have done that. And which line has been kept standard timeline for India in longitude? 97 degree or 68 degree or 82 and half degree? 82 and half degree. For example, in the map of the India, Britishers have drawn one famous line, one line here. And this line, for example, here, 82 and half degree eastward. And which longitudinal line this one? 68 degree 7 east. Which famous place? Guharmoti. And this place which one? Arunachal, 97 degree 25 minute. And which place? Kibitu. Do you remember this part? Kibitu here. अभी न्यूज़ में था किबितु, यहाँ रोड बन रही है चाइना बॉर्डर की वजह से. एक इम्पोर्टेंट रोड बना रहे हैं बॉर्डर पर. गुजरात का एरिया वी आर कॉलिंग गुहार मोता, वेस्टर्न मोस्ट, ईस्टर्न मोस्ट, और गुहार मोती भी कहा जाता है. बट दिस इज द मिडिल पार्ट. सो इफ यू से दैट जीएमटी प्लस कितना टाइम है इस जोन का? जीएमटी प्लस 4:30. दिस प्लेस जीएमटी प्लस 6:30. बट ये वाला मिडिल एरिया में कितना है? जीएमटी प्लस 5:30. दो दीज आर द लोकल टाइम. Every place having the different time, for example, correct? But for the sake of our general, you can say the purpose, we even indicate that one line must be selected, important line. For example, this line, 82 and half degree east, accepted Indian Standard Time line. Which line? Indian Standard Time line for clock. For clocks of the India, same clock everywhere, clock time. That we say also in short form IST. Which one? IST. IST how much ahead than the GMT? GMT plus 5:30. So though we can have different time in Gujarat, and different time in Arunachal and many places. But in our clock, either clock of the Gujarat or clock of Arunachal, clock of any place of the India, which time will be there always in the clock time of Arunachal or Gujarat? Clock क्या शो करी गुजरात में? GMT plus 4:30 और GMT plus 5:30 here. Here also GMT plus 5:30, either Delhi or any place. Uniformity is there. So this practice. पर ये लाइन जनरली हम कहते हैं कि ये एक सिटी है, यूपी का एक बहुत बड़ा सिटी है प्रयागराज, इलाहाबाद. तो नियर प्रयागराज, और आप बुक में देखेंगे इलाहाबाद भी, क्योंकि ये इलाहाबाद और प्रयागराज, नियर प्रयागराज, बट नॉट एग्जैक्टली प्रयागराज, दो ब्रिटिशर्स कंसिडर प्रयागराज सराउंडिंग एंड दे हैव सेट अप ऑब्जर्वेटरी ऑल्सो. But exactly this place is which place? Mirzapur. So what is the relevance of Mirzapur town of the UP? बिल्कुल आपके अकॉर्डिंग अमेजॉन प्राइम के थ्रू आप याद करें चलेगा. तो आप काली के थ्रू किसी भी तरीके आप नोट करें, पर याद तो करना है. तो मिर्ज़ापुर इज ऑफ कोर्स ए फेमस, यू कैन से द टाउन. But this town is famous not by Kali or any other more by 82.5 degree east or IST line. And जो टाइम मिर्ज़ापुर का होगा पूरे कंट्री में क्लॉक पर यही टाइम होगा. करेक्ट. हमारी क्लॉक इस टाइम से एडजस्टेड है. यहाँ पे एक ऑब्जर्वेटरी टाइप का एक सिंबल है प्रयागराज के पास. बिल्कुल पहले माना गया था नैनी, बाद में एक्सेप्ट किया IIT दिल्ली एंड मेनी मोर इंस्टीट्यूशन ऑफ द इंडिया कि मिर्ज़ापुर इज ऑन द एग्जैक्टली ऑन दिस प्लेस. बट ये लाइन केवल मिर्ज़ापुर से या और भी स्टेट के प्लेसेस होंगे. ये फॉर एग्जांपल विच स्टेट दिस वन, द स्टेट हियर, विच स्टेट? द यूपी. विच स्टेट दिस वन हियर? विच स्टेट? MP. विच स्टेट दिस वन? छत्तीसगढ़. विच स्टेट दिस वन हियर? उड़ीसा. And also last में which state this one also? Andhra. So this line passing through, ISC line passing through 82.5 degree is passing through how many state of the India? 5 state. First which state? Northward, UP. Further south, MP. Also Chhattisgarh, also Odisha and Andhra. But why Mirzapur or Prayagraj? Because no other city is as big in this entire area, dense forest or forested area in area में, मध्य प्रदेश में, छत्तीसगढ़ में, उड़ीसा में, आंध्रा में. Because mainly population more in the UP and UP was bigger one, especially Prayagraj, the biggest city in that line. तो इसलिए ये कह दिया जाता है कि मिर्ज़ापुर. और ये बाकी एरिया में फॉरेस्ट होंगे, यहाँ पे विलेज वगैरह होंगे, बट ये थोड़ा बड़ा एरिया है. दैट्स वाई मिर्ज़ापुर. So this is the Indian time. So we have one practice GMT plus 5:30 here. But some countries, you know it very well, so big in size. If they maintain the same time, then in the clock, then it will be a difficulty in that. For example, that is Russia. Russia is here as well. Russia यहाँ भी है, यहाँ भी है, यहाँ भी है, यहाँ भी है. और रशिया ने मिडिल एरिया को एक्सेप्ट कर लिया. सपोज 75 डिग्री एक्सेप्ट कर लिया, 82.5 एक्सेप्ट कर लिया. तो रशिया के इस एरिया में क्या हो रहा होगा उस समय? सपोज ये अगर हम बात करें तो 12 नून है GMT पर, तो यहाँ पर 1 PM या नून टाइम, आफ्टर नून टाइम हो रहा है सपोज. बट यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा होगा सब एरिया में रशिया में? मिडनाइट. अगर ये वाली लाइन ये डिसाइड कर लें क्लॉक क्या शो करेगी रशिया की क्लॉक, यहाँ भी फिर 5 PM हो रहे हैं इवनिंग टाइम. अभी बिल्कुल 12 बजे का टाइम है पर 5 PM 6 PM, और यहाँ पे मिडनाइट हो रही है तभी 5 PM दिखाया जा रहा है. तो ये कॉन्सेप्ट बिगड़ जाएगा. तो फॉर कंट्री लाइक रशिया और बिग कंट्री लाइक कनाडा और USA और ब्राज़ील, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, कैन दे मैनेज विद वन टाइम और दे हैव टू कंसीडर डिफरेंट टाइम जोन ऑल्सो? सो विच कंट्री हैज़ मैक्सिमम टाइम जोन इन द वर्ल्ड? इन कॉन्टिन्यूटी इट इज़ द रशिया. बट एक कंट्री और भी है फ्रांस, वेरी स्मॉल कंट्री फ्रांस हियर. बट फ्रांस के एक आइलैंड यहाँ पर है, एक आइलैंड यहाँ पर, एक आइलैंड overseas territories of France. Then if we include the overseas territories legally occupied, illegally occupied, colonial rule time, that we call overseas, then which country has the maximum time zone in the world? France has 12 time zone. 12 टाइम्स हमें चेंज करना पड़ेगा टाइम वैस अगर ये पूरे टेरिटरी में घूम ले फ्रांस की, इंक्लूडिंग ओवरसीज टेरिटरीज, फ्रांस प्लस इट्स आइलैंड, आइलैंड को हम क्या कहेंगे? ओवरसीज, ओवरसीज टेरिटरी, ओवरसीज, ओवरसीज। बट अगर हम क्वांटिटी की बात करें तो विच कंट्री हैज़ 11 टाइम जोन? रशिया हैज़ 11 टाइम जोन, but India has only one time zone marked by Mirzapur or near Prayagraj, 82.5 degree east, GMT plus 5:30. So, which country is of course having the more time zone? They can't afford with single time zone. Bigger than India, smaller than India, bigger than India. Which country is bigger than India? Russia, Canada, Brazil, USA, Australia. But one more country is China. China is the only country in the world bigger size than India, 3 times bigger, but having only one time zone like India. So, which two countries, despite bigger size, having the same times one time zone? China, India is still having only one time zone. China, India has only one time zone. For India, which how much time difference west to east? 2 hours. But अगर हम चाइना की बात करें, nearly 4 hours. Beijing, easternmost area, and also Afghanistan border, Indian border near Jammu Kashmir, the westernmost border of the China. Which problem China can have? Suppose India में 2 hour का difference है, but China is having this kind of map. This side touching India or Afghanistan here, and this side the Beijing, for example, eastern side. But China ने middle line को accept किया या easternmost line को, Beijing से पास होने वाली? For example, we denied Delhi. We have kept center, okay, uniformity, adjustment, both side equal. No one area must be favored. But here they have said, okay, Beijing area will decide. More population. So the people living in Tibet or people living very close to Indian border, अगर यहाँ पर GMT plus 8 हो रहा है, तो यहाँ पे GMT plus कितना होगा? Nearly 4. अगर यहाँ पर सुबह के 8 बजे हुए तो यहाँ कितने बज रहे होंगे? 4 AM के अराउंड, 4:30 AM अराउंड. बट क्लॉक क्या शो करेगी? 8 AM हो गए, ब्रेकफास्ट कर लो. आपको 4 बजे उठाकर कह दे कि ब्रेकफास्ट करिए, हाँ, और हर दिन कहे, कुछ दिन हो जाए चल जाएगा, हर दिन ऐसा ही होगा, हाँ? तो खिलवाड़ हो गया उनके साथ ये. हाँ, ऑफ कोर्स दे कंप्लेन अ लॉट, द पीपल लिविंग इन दैट एरिया, कि वी हैव बीन फोर्स्ड टू मेंटेन द सेम टाइम विद बीजिंग टाइम. So sometimes people are unhappy if only one time zone is there. Within the India, one area is having some complaint. Though in our area, हम कितने घंटे का एडजस्टमेंट कर रहे हैं मिडिल से? 1 घंटा इधर, 1 घंटा इधर बस. But which people are still slightly unhappy? The northeastern people. Why northeastern people? Because in northeast, suppose it is already 6:30, but clock showing which time? GMT plus 5:30. So they would wake up late in the morning if after seeing the clock, or early in the morning, late in the morning. Because once you make clock slower by 1 hour in the northeast, rather than GMT plus 6:30 actual time, rather we are showing 5:30. So people will wake up late in the morning. कि अभी time है अभी. But they will lose the precious sunlight. And then they will reach to office late or early late. And they will finish also their work late. So they will come to their home once sunset is already there. For example, they return 5:30, but 5:30 है, 6:30 already हो चुका है उनके यहाँ पर, 6:30 हो चुका है. So clock is slower by 1 hour. So they have evening time problem also, and morning time sunlight is not used properly. So which area has some complaint in India? Northeast people having some complaint because they lose extra 1 hour. The northeastern people demand for one time zone or 2 time zone in India? Demand for 2 time zone in India. Long pending demand. 2 time zone. 2 time zones. One time GMT plus 5:30 for this area, and one time GMT plus 6:30 for northeast. They consider whatever the local time, the way the sunrise they are happening, then they have to, it must be the time for them in their clock also. 6 AM पर सनराइज हो रहा है, 6 AM ही क्लॉक में शो हो जाए. यस प्लीज. एक्चुअली मेनी टाइम दिस मैटर रीच टू पार्लियामेंट बिकॉज इट इज़ नॉट अ स्मॉल इशू. because entire system we have to change, railway timing, defense personnel altogether. We have to train them also. And we are also observing northeastern area has insurgency. And if we allow northeastern area the different time zone, it will bolster this psychology of the insurgents that north is very special area, even different time than the rest of the India. So many things have been discussed in parliament, and finally every time it is postponed. So it is being discussed, we are not denying them, we are not rejecting, rather we are taking some time. Meanwhile, the problems are sorted out, insurgency, etc., and then that particular time zone could be also applied. So you can read in PDF which will be provided to you the issues of the time zone, two time zone, why we are not implementing. So this part also has been mentioned in your booklets. So one thing we have understood, through the latitude and longitude, we knew Indian north, south, center, also through longitude, western, eastern side. So longitude is helping only east, west, and time calculation as well. Time calculation, and latitude, north, south direction, and also temperature idea. How much hot, how much cold. And whatever we have discussed till now, at least you can say the Indian map idea also we got indirectly. So I will advise also, you must draw the map of the India as well. If you just check here, once we draw the map, we draw in perfection way or modified way. Modified way. We draw the zigzag line exactly on the atlas or straight line. Straight line, taking less time. So one way is also there. Suppose someone is making the map, unable to draw the map, then what they do? They make their weakness strength. थोड़ा clear map बनाएंगे. केवल कितना part बनाएंगे? The which map they draw? Only south. And they show that this is which famous bay? Bay Bengal. Which water this one? Arabian Sea. And which water this one? Remaining Indian Ocean, Peninsular India, three-side water. Which famous line passing through here? The Cancel line. ये North India, ये South India. Suppose any feature of South India they want to show, then they can show here. Or North India like that. But कुछ लोग कोशिश करते हैं नहीं पूरा बनाएंगे, नहीं बन पा रहे तभी बनाएंगे. बहुत से लोगों ने सोचा है कि इंडिया का शेप कुछ ऐसे है, तो ये एक लाइन ये ड्रॉ करो, एक लाइन ये ड्रॉ करो, एक लाइन ये ड्रॉ करो, एक लाइन ये ड्रॉ करो. यहाँ पे ये जम्मू कश्मीर, लद्दाख, ये तमिलनाडु, ये नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न एरिया, ये गुजरात. ऐसे भी करते हैं सब. बट हम अंदर ये सोचेंगे, बाहर क्या करेंगे, इसको दिखाना है कि हमें फॉर्मल करना है, इनफॉर्मल फीलिंग, क्योंकि ऐसी शेप है हमारी कंट्री की. सेम साइड, ऑल साइड ईयर, बट नॉट टू मेक ए मॉकरी ऑफ द मैप. ये वाला नहीं बनाना है हमें, किसी भी कीमत पे नहीं बनाना है. कोई भी टेम्पटेशन हो कि नहीं बनाना था मैप, देन अगर आपको बनाना है तो आई डू सजेस्ट कि बिगिनिंग इज़ मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट. जिसने बिगिनिंग कर ली उसने एंड भी कर लिया. बिगिनिंग इज़ द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट थिंग. यू जस्ट स्टार्ट, कैरी ऑन द थिंग. तो बिगिनिंग में आप कई बार लद्दाख बनाए, कश्मीर बनाए, बार बार बनाते रहिए. एंड इफ़ यू जस्ट मेक लाइक दैट, देन यू विल सी कि लद्दाख के लिए हम एक लाइन ऐसे ड्रॉ करते हैं हर बार, स्ट्रेट लाइन, नॉट जिगजैग लाइन. ऑल द मैप यू विल सी वट एवर वी ड्रॉ हियर, देन स्ट्रेट लाइन लाइक दैट, एंड दिस वे स्मूथ. Every map you will check here, because we know that if we draw zigzag kind of line, it will be difficult for us, taking time as well. Then if you just make here, then keep in your mind that okay, one line you can draw, and then one line like that, and like a rectangle this kind of way. थोड़ा rectangle से बढ़ा लें इसको, आप ये वाला कर लें. And then what we do, एक U shape बना दें. which shape? एक U जैसा shape. Rest of the Ladakh, ये यू बना दिया ये. एंड यहाँ पर फिर 5 नंबर जैसा एक नंबर बनाया था रेस्ट ऑफ द लद्दाख के लिए, सदर्न लद्दाख के लिए 5. दैट इज इन अवर माइंड कि ऐसा कोई शेप बनेगी 5 जैसी. एंड फॉर जम्मू कश्मीर हियर, विच लाइन वी ऑल्सो ड्रॉ हियर फॉर जम्मू कश्मीर. फॉर जम्मू कश्मीर वी बेसिकली ड्रॉ वन काइंड ऑफ इन फ्रंट ऑफ 5 1 स्लाइटली वेस्टवर्ड. और इसको हम ऐसे मैच करेंगे और इसी प्रोपोर्शन में इसे बढ़ा देंगे. ये जम्मू कश्मीर एंड लद्दाख. एंड देन फॉर हिमाचल प्रदेश साउथवर्ड, देन फॉर हिमाचल प्रदेश वन लाइन ऑल्सो वी ड्रॉ वन मोर वन काइंड ऑफ शेप लाइक दैट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इट इज हिमाचल. एंड फॉर उत्तराखंड वन 7 काइंड ऑफ शेप, 7 नंबर. एंड दिस पॉइंट वी कीप क्योंकि सेम लाइन में आ जाए, सेम पॉइंट पर 7 एंड देन विच कंट्री यू कैन से हियर नेपाल. फॉर नेपाल एक कर्व लाइन ऐसे बना दे हम ऐसे सपोज, एंड देन विच स्टेट विल बी देयर, द सिक्किम इज स्मॉल स्टेट एंड सिक्किम के लिए स्मॉल यू बना दें आप ऐसे इन्वर्टेड यू लाइक दैट स्मॉल स्टेट, थोड़ा सा इसके थोड़े साउथ से ये यू. एंड देन विच एरिया वी हैव हियर, द नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न एरिया, और विच कंट्री विल बी देयर आफ्टरवर्ड्स, सपोज द विच कंट्री दिस वन, भूटान जितना ये नेपाल का बनाया इतना ही हाफ बना दें, भूटान इज साइडली हाफ ऑफ दैट, ओके दिस मच. एंड देन थोड़ा स्टेट भी कर दें उसको. देन विच एरिया यू कैन ड्रॉ हियर, द नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न एरिया. नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न एरिया में थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट होगा, नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न एरिया में एक यू जैसा शेप बना लें आप, वन यू कैन टेक लाइक दैट, ये अरुणाचल एंड दिस पार्ट, दिस यू, larger size u we can draw. And which area of the northeast where cancel line passing through two small state, Tripura and Mizoram. त्रिपुरा मिजोरम को आप थोड़ा दिखा दें इधर, त्रिपुरा ये मिजोरम एंड ये त्रिपुरा, दो यू और बना दें इसे. एंड देन यू हैव टू ड्रॉ फॉर आसाम एंड ऑल्सो विच स्टेट इज ऑल्सो मेघालय, और एक स्टेट लाइन ऐसे बना दें आप. विच स्टेट विल बी हियर, वेस्ट बंगाल, एंड विच कंट्री ऑल्सो बांग्लादेश. वेस्ट बंगाल बांग्लादेश के लिए सिक्किम के आसपास तक ले जाए ऐसे लाइन, एंड देन वन लाइन यू कैन ड्रॉ इन दैट वे, दिस साइड बांग्लादेश, साइड वेस्ट बंगाल, एंड देन जस्ट इन दैट proportion you are drawing here. Similarly you can draw in opposite direction up to here like that. Then which shape you have to draw from here, V shape or U shape, southward V shape like that. And then you can take this point Kanyakumari, and then same ratio V shape you can take up to here, this point and this point almost in the straight line up to here. And then we will be having here which state here, गुजरात के लिए M जैसा शेप, यहाँ से M जैसा शेप. And then you can take to which state here, राजस्थान, और राजस्थान के लिए थोड़ा इधर ले करिए कि राजस्थान एक थर्ड डेजर्ट के लिए, राजस्थान के लिए ये वाला शेप बना दिया करिए ऐसे, ये वाला. एंड देन इस लाइन को आगे बढ़ा देइए तो कुछ इंडिया जैसा शेप बन जाएगा. हाँ, तो ये ज़रूरी नहीं परफेक्ट मैप बने, पर माइंड में एक बन जाएगा. वन एवर यू मेक स्मॉल मैप देन इट विल बी गुड लुकिंग, स्मॉल इज़ ब्यूटीफुल. तो हमेशा क्या करें, मैप बड़ा बनाएं या छोटे साइज़ का बनाएं, छोटे साइज़ का बनाएं, कमियां नहीं पकड़ी पाएंगे. एक्चुअली हमें ये दिखाना हम अच्छा करते हैं, हमें दिखाना अपनी कमियां छुपानी उनके सामने. वी हैव टू हाइड अवर वीकनेस टू देम, बिकॉज जितना हम ज़्यादा करेंगे वो पकड़ लेंगे हमें. तो बहुत से लोग ज़्यादा लिख के दिखा रहे हैं कि अच्छा आएगा आंसर, हमारा उल्टा हो जाएगा. सो वी हैव टू बी वेरी प्रिसाइज मैप. अब देखिए इसी मैप को हम छोटा बनाएं, छोटे मैप में देखिए कितना ज़्यादा रेशियो सही आएगा. ये लद्दाख का पार्ट, ये 5 शेप, और ये वाला पार्ट जो है जम्मू कश्मीर, एट दिस साइड द हिमाचल, उत्तराखंड, नेपाल, सिक्किम, भूटान, नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न एरिया, त्रिपुरा एंड मिजोरम एरिया, मेघालय साइड, बंगाल एंड अपोजिट डायरेक्शन. एंड हियर देन V shape we can take here, the M जैसा shape गुजरात, then राजस्थान and here. Relatively better map आ जाएगा. तो ये नहीं कि मैप बहुत स्पेशल चीज़ होगी, आप सब बनाएंगे. मुझसे अच्छा मैप आपने बनाया, देखिए उन्होंने बनाया मैप. हाँ, जस्ट चेक हियर कितना स्मॉल मैप है और कितना अच्छा मैप बनाया है, परफेक्ट मैप है. हाँ, मतलब इतना अच्छा मैप बहुत कम टाइम, बहुत लंबा समय हो गया मुझे देखे हुए कि पहली क्लास में आपने ऐसा मैप. तो प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं पहले से ही, आप थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस करते हैं. तो प्रैक्टिस ही सब कुछ, बट थोड़ा बताइए, थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस है अभी और करेंगे ये शायद. हाँ, तो क्या करेंगे फिर आप. हाँ, इतना ही फिर रुक जाइए आप. कंपटीशन नहीं देना सबको आपको. सो यू हैव टू ड्रॉ द स्मॉल मैप. स्मॉल मैप इज द बेस्ट वे, लेस टाइम एंड ऑल्सो लेस डिस्टॉर्शन. Correct. And in my opinion, it is not only state, you can say entire map of the India. Rather, you have to draw the Indian state area as well. For example, if I say which map is more difficult in India, northeast or coastal area or northernmost area? The northeast. तो take any difficult part later on. बहुत से लोग कहते हैं डिफिकल्ट पार्ट को पहले कॉन्कर करिए, स्टेप बाय स्टेप चले. इजी पार्ट फर्स्ट, then difficult, then difficult, then difficult. For example, coastal area easy. Then which state boundary is there? Which state this one? Gujarat. It is not only this one, it is Gujarat. Even the shape of the Gujarat. Gujarat is like that. This idea is also important कि state by state some idea. Gujarat south में ऐसे यहाँ तक जा रहा है सूरत तक. Gujarat having this part. And size of the Gujarat also, which how much size it would be as compared to UP, as compared to Maharashtra. That must be our habit also. Which states are bigger in India? Gujarat, this one. Which state is this one here? Bigger than the Gujarat slightly. Okay, Maharashtra. And which line this one? Coastal line of Maharashtra here. Which small state south of Maharashtra here? Okay, Goa. And which state is southward, a big state here? Then it is Karnataka. And which state is this one? A small state, Kerala. Then this way you can draw. But if you talk about opposite direction, then you know that which states are there here. Which state this one? Tamil Nadu. So Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala in south. But Karnataka is slightly bigger than Tamil Nadu. And Karnataka even bigger than one more state. Which state this one here? Andhra Pradesh. Earlier Andhra was bigger one. But 2014 which state got separated from Andhra? Northern Andhra, Telangana. 2014. Andhra is like that right now. And which state is this one here? Which state also? Odisha. And which state is further here this side? West Bengal. West Bengal is like that. West Bengal Assam से टच कर रहा है इधर. इधर सिक्किम से टच कर रहा है. इधर West Bengal you can say इस साइड पर ये नेपाल and this side Bangladesh. And Bhutan से भी टच कर रहा है West Bengal. West Bengal is slightly the complex location like that. Like this. West Bengal. Can you tell me coastal area बनाना आसान है? Can you tell me how many coastal states in India we have? 5 on western side and 4 on the eastern side. Total coastal state how many? 9 coastal state. UPSC asked this question, but I will say even just check the shape size also. If I say Odisha is bigger or Bengal is bigger area wise, Odisha is bigger. Even we blunder question आते हैं पर हमें area भी पता नहीं है, and we are trying to decode many more things. So easy area we have to take into grip. तो बार बार देखते रहें उड़ीसा का मैप या महाराष्ट्र का मैप लाइक दैट. और ये इवन सिटीज़ भी कि मुंबई कहाँ पर है, कि मुंबई यहाँ पर है, ये नागपुर है, ये नासिक है, ये पुणे है. 3-4 cities you can check, big cities. It will help a lot. Directly you can get 3-4 questions. हर साल ऐसा होता है कि हम अगर इंडिया के मैप को जानते हैं तो हमारे क्वेश्चन बढ़ जाते हैं. So I will advise कि shape of the Indian map, political boundary, their cities also. But which area further you can say that which area this one, which union territory? Ladakh. And which one this one? Jammu Kashmir. Which state is this one? Himachal Pradesh. And which state this one here? Uttarakhand. Himachal, Ladakh. देखिए कौन सी यूनियन टेरिटरी ज़्यादा बड़ा एरिया है? लद्दाख. Ladakh and then Himachal, Uttarakhand, Jammu Kashmir. And here which state, the most populous state here? The UP. UP देखिए ऐसे शेप का है UP. UP ऐसे है. तो UP also big state, small state area wise. थोड़ा big state ही है UP भी ऐसे है UP. Population में तो है ही number 1 UP, but area में भी 4th-5th largest state of the India. After number 1 area wise Rajasthan, number 2 Madhya Pradesh, number 3 Maharashtra, number 4 UP, then the Gujarat, then the Karnataka. Top 5-6 states you have to know. And then UP, that is UP, very close to UP, which state is this one? The Bihar. And also which area south of Bihar? Jharkhand. And also you can say this side, which state we have here, central area, the Madhya Pradesh. And which state is this one here, the Chhattisgarh. And here which state? तेलंगाना. तो ये छत्तीसगढ़ का स्टेट ये, एंड झारखंड ये राजस्थान, और यहाँ पर ये पंजाब, ये हरियाणा, एंड ये भी सिटी दिल्ली. राजस्थान थोड़ा छोटा हो गया, जो बाद में आएगा उसे कम कर दिया जाता है. तो ये भी रूल है, जो पहले बनाएंगे बड़े बना देंगे अब नॉर्मली. आंसर जब शुरू में लिखेंगे ज़्यादा लंबे लिख देंगे, बाद में आंसर छोटे हो जाते हैं. एरिया वाइज नॉर्थ ईस्ट यू हैव टू ड्रॉ सेपरेटली. ऐसे बना ले, नॉर्थ ईस्ट को अलग से बना ले. विच स्टेट इन योर ओपिनियन दिस वन, विच स्टेट दिस वन हियर? अरुणाचल. साउथ ऑफ अरुणाचल, एनी आइडिया विच स्टेट? नागालैंड. विच स्टेट मोर इन द न्यूज? मणिपुर. विच स्टेट? मिजोरम. विच स्टेट दिस वन? त्रिपुरा. बट विच स्टेट दिस वन हियर? आसाम. देखिए अरुणाचल ज़्यादा बड़ा है एरिया में आसाम से. माई मैप इज़ इंडिकेटिंग दिस, बट अरुणाचल इज़ बिगर वन. अरुणाचल को जैसे हो जाएगा. एंड कौन सा स्टेट ये वाला होगा? ये जो स्टेट है ये मेघालय. आसाम इधर से भी आ गया, इधर से भी आ गया. एंड कैन यू टेल मी आसाम टचिंग एवरी स्टेट ऑफ द नॉर्थ ईस्ट एक्सेप्ट वन. किसी स्टेट से टच नहीं करता है आसाम. आसाम टचिंग यहाँ मिजोरम, देखिए यहाँ भी है ये, मणिपुर भी है ये, नागालैंड भी है, त्रिपुरा भी है, मेघालय भी है. बट आसाम इज टचिंग हियर वेस्ट बंगाल. वेस्ट बंगाल इज लाइक दैट. वेस्ट बंगाल दिस वन, वेस्ट बंगाल लाइक दैट. वेस्ट बंगाल का ये एरिया ये है. तो आसाम किससे अलग हो जाता है? सिक्किम से. वेस्ट बंगाल आ जाता है आसाम एंड इस पार्ट. तो आसाम इज टचिंग ऑल द स्टेट्स. तो आई डू सजेस्ट आसाम इज द कॉम्प्लेक्स मैप. अगर आसाम को आपने बना दिया, इट विल बी ईजी फॉर यू. तो यू कैन मेक ए सेपरेट पार्ट, लाइक एक आसाम ऐसे बना दिया. इट इज़ विच वन? आसाम. एनी आइडिया विच स्टेट नॉर्थ वर्ड ऑफ आसाम? ओके, अरुणाचल. विच स्टेट इज वन साउथ वर्ड लिटिल बिट? नागालैंड. देन मणिपुर. देन मिजोरम. देन त्रिपुरा. एंड दिस साइड ऑल्सो विच स्टेट हियर? Meghalaya. And which state this one? West Bengal. Which country this one? Bhutan. Which country this one this side? Bangladesh. And which you can say the kind of Assam map. So once you separate one part, it will be easy for you. Anything complex, make it separate. Focus at one point. So you can make a chart also, and you can see it twice thrice Assam map. नॉर्थ इंडिया में फॉर एग्जांपल यूपी भी एक इम्पॉर्टेंट स्टेट है, और यूपी इज़ नॉट ओनली मोस्ट पॉपुलर बट ऑल्सो ए काइंड ऑफ मैप लाइक दैट. एंड यूपी टचिंग विच स्टेट हियर? उत्तराखंड. दिस साइड एनी आइडिया? एच फॉर हरियाणा. विच साइड इज वन? राजस्थान. विच पार्ट हियर? हरियाणा एंड यूपी के बीच में ये दिल्ली. एंड विच स्टेट दिस वन? मध्य प्रदेश. यूपी इवन टचिंग दिस साइड छत्तीसगढ़. Also Jharkhand, also Bihar. And which country here? नेपाल. इवन इसको हम रियलाइज नहीं करते, हिमाचल से भी टच करता है यूपी. वन नॉर्दर्न मोस्ट यूपी सहारनपुर डिस्ट्रिक्ट टचिंग हिमाचल एज वेल. तो दैट इज ए काइंड ऑफ मैप. सो यूपीएससी ऐसे क्वेश्चन भी बना दी है कि नागालैंड में आप हैं और नागालैंड से आपको केरला जाना है. तो ये कौन से मिनिमम स्टेट्स यू विल कवर? हाउ मेनी मिनिमम स्टेट यू विल कवर? यू विल रीच टू केरला फ्रॉम नागालैंड. कैन यू टेल मी कौन सा रूट मिनिमम स्टेट वाला होगा टू रीच टू केरला? फर्स्ट वी आर इन आसाम एरिया. विच स्टेट वी हैव टू गो? वेस्ट बंगाल, नॉट मेघालय. वेस्ट बंगाल. वेस्ट बंगाल इफ यू कम, you can come to Odisha, you can come to Andhra, you can come to Tamil Nadu, you can come to Kerala. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. तो ये इधर तो 5 6 state was the answer. So but unless you have the map in your mind, you have to draw the map also. then they can ask this kind of question. So I do suggest एक आसाम बना लें, एक यूपी बना लें और एक अपना स्टेट बना लें. Whichever state you have. If you belong to UP, okay. If you belong to Assam, okay. But if you have suppose Maharashtra or Madhya Pradesh, then Madhya Pradesh for example, and Madhya Pradesh में suppose which state northward? UP. And Madhya Pradesh में this side, Chhattisgarh, this side, Maharashtra, this side, Gujarat, this side, Rajasthan. और देखिए बिहार टच नहीं कर रहा है, झारखंड टच नहीं कर रहा है एमपी से. दिस एक्यूरेसी इज नीडेड हियर. कि क्रिस्टल क्लियर वॉट एवर लिटिल पार्ट वी आर कवरिंग वी हैव टू रिवाइज मेनी टाइम्स. वी विल नॉट गो वेरी फास्टर वे, वी हैव टू स्टिक टू अवर बेसिक थिंग्स. एंड इफ वी आर not having this kind of command, then we do blunder in many data in economics and also this part. Geography is one habit to see the size, to see the shape, to see the map. Accordingly, we make the perception. For example, data favor which states, suppose agriculture में which state will be ahead in India? Largest state, smallest state? Largest states. यूपी, एमपी इनके नाम बार बार आएंगे. एग्रीकल्चर में, मिनरल रिसोर्सेज में इनके नेम आएंगे, इंडस्ट्रीज में नेम आएंगे. महाराष्ट्र तो बिगेस्ट स्टेट्स को डेटा फेवर करेगा. नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न एरिया सो स्मॉल स्टेट. देन इन मैक्सिमम डेटा दीज स्टेट्स आर नो वेयर. डेटा फेवर द बिग स्टेट्स, डेटा फेवर द बिग कंट्रीज. सो दिस हैबिट शुड बी there also. Okay, small state where, large state where, what is the famous states and their location. In the northeast, Assam, in North India, UP, and any other states. About Telangana you talk about, new state 14 में बना है तेलंगाना. तेलंगाना का मैप कई एटलस में गलत दिखाया गया है. Can you tell me if you show the Telangana map here, Telangana, can you draw Telangana and its boundaries here, Telangana, like that? Which state this side? Okay, Andhra. And this side also which state here? Okay, Odisha. उड़ीसा में, आंध्रा में, अब आपने उड़ीसा लिख दिया सपोज. एंड ये वाला स्टेट छत्तीसगढ़ दिस साइड, महाराष्ट्र दिस साइड, कर्नाटका. करेक्ट. तमिलनाडु टच कर रहा है? नहीं कर रहा है. और उड़ीसा भी टच नहीं करता है. चाहे मेरा मैप हो या उड़ीसा इज नॉट टचिंग हियर. उड़ीसा देखिए यहाँ पे एंड हो गया है. इन फ्यू एटलस इट हैज बीन इंडिकेटेड उड़ीसा इज नॉट देयर. इफ यू चेक आंध्रा, यहाँ तक आंध्रा है, ये छत्तीसगढ़ आ गया है, बट नॉट द उड़ीसा. बट ये जनरल मिस्टेक होती है हम लोगों से. सो वी हैव टू हैव दिस एक्यूरेसी ऑल्सो कि ओके बाउंड्रीज ऑफ आवर स्टेट्स. एंड initially if you do exercise on which map, I will advise which map is very fundamental, political map of India. Especially which map you can, suppose you are unable to draw right now, कुछ blank map भी ले लें आप. Which map you can also take up? Blank map. And this blank map will be having which boundaries? State boundaries को दिखाते हुए, state boundaries. And you can bring those blank map in the classes also. Suppose you have drawn hand drawn, but उसी समय आपने rivers बनाना है, mountain बनाना है, any place, then accurate this will also be. उस map के अंदर political boundaries के blank map होगा. It will be quite good for you later on. So we will try that using everything by diagram, by map, and the concept behind that. So till now the part we have covered. Which part we have covered? The physiographic aspects or locational aspects of the India. Locational aspects. And tomorrow what should be our part here? Physiographic aspect. Which area we have to deal with physiographic aspects? Indian land features like mountains, Himalayas, or plains like Ganga plain, plateaus like Peninsula Plateau, Deccan Plateau, coastal plain, Konkan plain, Coromandel plain, islands, desert, Thar desert. So one by one we will be discussing the remaining India. And what we will do, अगर आप आंसर लिखना चाहेंगे तो any answer after the class I will be available here. तो till 12 noon कोशिश की जाएगी आपके, अगर आप आंसर लेकर आएंगे चेक किए जाएंगे आपके आंसर. तो दैट प्रैक्टिस यू कैन डू. कुछ आंसर लिख के मॉडल आंसर जो आपके पास हो या क्लास में दिए जाएंगे आपको. थैंक यू सो मच.